up, everyone? This is Matthew. We're the king of bros. I just want to say, if you ain't listening to the We Are Wrestling podcast, bro, you're missing out. The king listens, and you need to too, bro.
Over the weekend as well with the Royal Rumble predictions, Danny defended his championship against myself and Dan Eddy. And there is the official scoreboard. I ended up scoring 19 points. Danny Huckins scored 16 points. And Dan Eddy only scored 8 points. And that means we have a brand new We Are Wrestling Predictions champion. And that is the best one, Donnie. Oh, man, I have to thank two people. I have to thank Chad Gable and Powerhouse Hobbs for that 7 points.
Technically, Chad Gable didn't show up.
He showed up.
OG El Grande.
Didn't I say he was going to say that shit?
This past weekend, I got back what I should have never lost, and that is my We Are Wrestling Predictions Championship. I saved the thousands of subscribers from Danny's horrible nightmare reign. What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host with the most, Mr. We Are Wrestling himself, and still We Are Wrestling Predictions champion, the best one, Donnie here.
I just want to clarify, Donnie's only champion because we tied. So it's kind of like a count out, I guess, if you could say. You know, I mean, to be fair though, it's kind of epic because at least you retained it against the guy who never lost it. It really was, because we were both spot on with a lot of shit. Like, we had whatever you got wrong, I got right. Whatever I got wrong, you got right. And then there was just that one.
Normally, with a tie, I would not be excited to go head-to-head with you into our next WWE PLE predictions. But honestly, the fact that Danny only scored 5 points during WrestleMania week, and he is crying, and he is not here with us live on a Wednesday.
Correct.
Nothing could be better. This time around, I refuse to drop this championship to people that are below me. And the We Are Wrestling Maniacs, they need a role model. They need the host with the most, Mr. We Are Wrestling himself, the best one, Donnie, to be champion. Alright, man. I've been right with all my predictions tonight. 4 for 4. 4 for 4. 4 for 4. It's all going to determine right here, man, Roman and Jacob, who is going to be the We Are Wrestling Predictions champion. And I'm still We Are Wrestling Predictions champion! If you want to be the best, you gotta beat the best. And that is me, the best one, Donnie.
Olympic hero Kurt Angle, and you're listening to the We Are Wrestling podcast.
Yo, listen, this is the best wrestler alive, Platinum Max, and you're listening to the We Are Wrestling podcast.
Hey everybody, Eric Bischoff here, and you are listening to We Are Wrestling podcast.
This is original Illuminati, and you're watching and listening to We Are Wrestling podcast.
We Are Wrestling podcast. Check them out, man.
Stay tuned, listen to the podcast. Best one, Donnie might teach you a thing or two.
We Are Wrestling podcast.
We Are Wrestling.
All right, Chris Jericho here, and we're going to listen to and watch We Are Wrestling.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Mavis. And the facts are, I steal all my information from right here. We Are Wrestling.
Everywhere I go, there's nowhere I belong. And anyone can tell me where we are. 'Cause everywhere I go,
The grind is real. What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host with the most, And your current We Are Wrestling prediction champion, the best one, Donnie here with.
What is going on, everybody? Danny Huckins here, man. 1/3 or 1/4 of the We Are Wrestling podcast. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We got SummerSlam predictions, SummerSlam this weekend. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully, I think our streams are going to be better than the actual show. But nonetheless, man,
Agree.
we got this dick rider right here. This champion, his ego is inflamed, and we need to put a stop to this immediately. And I gotta admit, though, I gotta give you your flowers a little bit because that video package got me hyped up. How do we, as just a podcast, just people that talk about pro wrestling, how do we have better storytelling than the people that run these fucking big, massive corporations? I don't know. Dan Eddy, what's going on, bro? Are you as excited about me? And we need to work together to make sure this fucking asshole is not champion after this weekend.
What's going on, Danny?
It needs to be one of us.
What's up, people in the chat? Yeah, Donnie, we gotta get you off your throne, bud. Like, you're just becoming a succubus right now. It's like, damn, like, we get it. You're a fucking champion. We're trying to win. I understand. Danny, we just gotta get better. Like, and in terms of the storytelling, we're not even using AI. So yeah,
I
we're
know.
still better at storytelling. We're just using asshole intelligence right down there. AI.
Yeah.
Boom. Just kidding.
It's not rocket science to tell a good story. It really isn't. Like, I did competitions like when I first started doing YouTube.
What's going on, Josh?
With a whole other channel, DITB1, and I did competitions, and like I would do like wrestling based storylines, but it would be like MTV, like the challenge, like Survivor challenges, and I was able to tell better stories out of that than what we're getting right now. It's not rocket science, and I think a lot of people
really.
they overthink it.
It is.
Yeah.
There's some matchups on the SummerSlam card that may be very easy layup, like slam dunks, and we'll talk about them more later. But it's just to this point where we're predicting not just who wins or who loses. We're predicting where does WWE screw up nowadays. You know, you ever think about that?
Do you know why I'm the champion, Dan Eddy?
Why?
Because I go in the mind of Paul Levesque. I go into the mind of those idiots over there in Stamford, Connecticut. That's why I retained the championship against Rage, because he let his emotions get the best of him going into those Backlash predictions when we tied at WrestleMania. He really thought Jacob Fatu was going to win the championship. I knew it was too good to be true. I knew WWE was not going to let Jacob be champion going into SummerSlam. I knew Roman Reigns is going to retain the title.
Like, I knew he was going to retain the title too, but like,
and that's why I lost his championship to begin with back in the day.
You know,
because I let my emotions get the best of me. And now I'm locked in. I'm focused. I ain't losing this championship for a long freaking time.
I can't remember if I was on the Backlash predictions or not, but like, I was just hoping that, because like it's an easy layup with Jacob Fatu, man. Like, this guy's a fucking superstar, and you would hope that somebody in WWE would see that and they would book him as such. That's how you build stars.
And now where is he? Playing third fiddle to the fucking Usos.
Bro,
You know?
he's back in the same position he was when he first came in, because when he first came in,
Exactly.
he was the backup for fucking Solo Sikoa, and now he's doing the same thing to fucking Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Insane. Like, how WWE just doesn't let their talent swim. It's always a life jacket with them. But what is going on? We are Wrestling Maniacs. Holy shit, we're killing it with the viewership right now. Live on a Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got
Thursdays
Dakota
are killing it.
in the live chat. The grind is real. Happy Thursday. Go Finn Balor. We got Destry. We got Matthew. The grind is real. We got Nate Daniel. Hi, my Seahawks will repeat a Super Bowl champion. I don't think so if Aaron Donald comes out of retirement, pal. We got Alex Johnson.
Baby.
What's up, everybody? I'm a loyal We Are Wrestling Maniac, #1 Liv Morgan fan, and I acknowledge Donnie as my tribal chief.
He definitely acknowledges you after that fucking video.
Well, that is a quick little plug. The Fanatic Fest vlogs are out now on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel, part 1, part 2, and Alex Johnson is a part of part 3. with Liv Morgan's shout out. So if you guys haven't checked out these vlogs,
Shout out.
highly recommend it. But we've gotten insane viewership across all social media with Fanatic Fest. So I'm assuming you already have checked it out, but if you haven't, go watch it. But man, it's going to be a
See,
crazy predictions.
we appreciate our audience, man. We do things for our audience, especially the people that are loyal to us, that most podcasters do not do. You met Liv Morgan, which is a very rare thing, and you took the time out of your day to get a shout out for somebody that is a fan of us. So it's kind of crazy.
Yes, sir. Insane, which, man, you guys are all killing it here in the comments. We're going to try to show them throughout the predictions the best we can, but keep spamming, keep showing that love, keep showing that support. Hype this video up if you're here watching on YouTube. But let's go back to the stick, man. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already and you're listening to this episode wherever you get your podcast, leave us a 5-star review, not just any review, a best one review, and download this episode. Give We Are Wrestling a follow and give us a 5-star review. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already over on the YouTube channel where you get the best premium professional wrestling content for free. You get live watch-alongs for all the WWE PLEs, some of the AEW pay-per-views. You get a live podcast every Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, of course, you get reactions to the weekly shows. You get hot takes. You get vlogs, just like Fanatic Fest. So much additional content on here. And if you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, we recommend you guys to hit that subscribe button now, turn on the post notifications. Videos and live streams be coming out of nowhere like an RKO. And of course, you already know the grind is real.
Yes, sir.
Just because WWE is, I don't necessarily know WWE is 70, but like it's getting up there in age. But just because it's that old doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be predictable.
I will say this. For SummerSlam, most of these matches, in my mind, they are pretty easy. They are pretty predictable. But there are some matches, I will say on this card, I will give credit where it's due because I do call out the bullshit when I see it. I call out the good. And there are some matches that are somewhat unpredictable here that I could see multiple scenarios going. And of course, if this is your first time at a We Are Wrestling predictions episode of the podcast, you should know that we're not going to just say the match, pick a winner, next. Boring! You can get that with 1,000 other wrestling podcasts out there, but not here on the We Are Wrestling podcast. We're going to actually talk about the build-up. We're going to talk about how we feel about the match, maybe do a little bit of fantasy booking, and of course, we're going to pick a winner, and the stakes are high because this is one of the big 5 PLEs, which means the We Are Wrestling World Predictions Championship is on the line. And I hope you guys enjoyed that little video package to hype up the animosity here that these two have for me, because it is going to be myself defending the title against Dan Eddy, against Danny Huckins, and everybody wants the championship, so may the best one win.
Absolutely, bro.
Absolutely. But with that being said, we do not have a power of the poll this week. Unfortunately, I forgot to post it last week.
Alex Johnson came in. I think it was my Monday Night Raw stream, and he was like, Donnie forgot to post the power of the poll. I was like, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Well, I was working overtime getting these 3 Fanatic Fest vlogs out, but don't worry, we'll get back to it next week with power of the poll, because we're going to be asking you guys best reality/game show in the early 2010s, and your 4 options are the NXT game show, Tough Enough in 2011 and 2015, Total Divas, or the WWE Legends House. You have 1 week to catch up on this stuff, so go cast your vote.
Damn, I forgot about the Tough Enough part with Stone Cold.
I was hoping they were going to make another season, but they essentially made Tough Enough into LFG, so that's what LFG is. It's just I kind of like Tough Enough better because Tough Enough, like, it showed the training, it showed like a lot of like the behind the scenes stuff, whatever. And LFG, it's just pretty much like, all right, we're gonna put these guys in an exhibition match, and it's pretty much a lead up to like the actual match at the end of the episode. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, there's my rant for the day.
All right. Well, next week we'll be talking about this more here, which I do want to give you guys a quick update because I have been seeing some of the comments. A lot of you guys have been asking where Rage Circus has been. And next week, he is going to be sending a video in, giving you guys an update on when he'll be back here on the We Are Wrestling podcast. It will be pretty soon. But Rage is okay, and we just want to put that out there to whoever has been concerned. He has been showing up in the live chat during watch-alongs. He's been showing up in the episodes as well at times. But Rage is doing good. Just want to let you know that next week we will be getting a follow-up. We will get an update, and we'll hopefully see him back pretty soon here on the show.
Yeah, he's been doing good. I'm sure. It would not surprise me if he shows up in the chat at some point tonight.
All right. Well, a couple things that we could plug before we get into our predictions because we got 12 matches to cover. First off, we want to congratulate a good friend of the We Are Wrestling podcast, Wrecking Ball, on officially signing his first contract with the NWA, National Wrestling Alliance. And he posted this on social media a couple days ago. He said this: I am now officially signed to the NWA. The years and years of hard work and sacrifice have finally paid off. I am beyond ecstatic for this contract. I am grateful for everyone that has helped me on this journey. This is just the beginning. Thank you, William Patrick Corgan.
Billy Corgan, man, the vocalist for Smashing Pumpkins. That's awesome, man. You know, Wrecking Ball, I've seen him a lot in, you know, Northeast Wrestling and, you know, other promotions or whatever that I'm not going to mention. But, you know, he's always been cool. He's always been a class act, and I like when seeing good people succeed.
That's right. And Wrecking Ball, somebody that I've been following since I got into independent wrestling, going all the way back to 2015. Did a lot for Northeast Wrestling, doing stuff now for Awesome Championship Wrestling out in Poughkeepsie. I'm very happy for him. He's a really good friend of mine. And we'll have to get him here on the podcast pretty soon to
that'd be awesome.
let the We Are Wrestling Maniacs get to know Wrecking Ball.
You know, we have never had, and it just occurred to me, like we've had ex-WWE guys on the show, whatever, you know, but we've never actually had like assigned talent to any somewhat big promotion on the show. So it would be cool to get him.
But congratulations to Wrecking Ball. But also, of course, we have to advertise the WWE SummerSlam watch along that will be happening this weekend here at Best One Studios. I will be live here on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel for both night 1 and night 2. So if you guys are looking for somebody to watch SummerSlam with, I'll be live. Danny Huckins will also be live over on his YouTube channel, Danny Huckins PW. Want to plug that as well. So we hope that you guys go back and forth. Sometimes I do hop in Danny's chat just to troll him and say, haha, you got 5 points and I'm still champ, bitch. Sometimes I like to do that. And then there's other times where I'm busy talking to you guys, and then I'll see Dan Eddy in the live chat, and I'll say, "Hey, Dan Eddy, go tell Dan Eddy to eat shit in his live chat," and then he won't do that.
I did do that. I just forgot I did it.
But yeah, guys, highly recommend checking out our live watch-alongs and stuff because it's the best way to interact with us. But of course, the Wrestling Classic, We Are Wrestling, will be there on Saturday, October 24th in Springfield, Mass, which so far we do have quite the talent that are going to be there. We have Hayden Reich, Premium Signatures is bringing in. We got Gail Kim, TNA Knockout Hall of Famer. And of course, WWE ring announcer Lillian Garcia, the legend herself, and Tito Santana. And there's going to be more names to be announced. So if you want to get more information on that, go follow Zombie Hideout and Captain's Corner over on Facebook for more additional information.
And it's free. It's free to get in. It's free to get in. So
it's free to get in.
It says that right there.
It's free, baby.
Free admission.
But Bill from Zombie Man, we got to get rid of these AI posters. I'm going to say it every week.
It's a good poster.
We need it to be unique. We Are Wrestling Unreal shirts available now on ProWrestlingTees.com. Get your shirt today. It's summertime. You should be outside, and you can't just go outside with just a plain shirt. You can't just go outside shirtless. You need to get yourself a We Are Wrestling shirt. If you don't have one, what the hell are you doing?
I gotta find mine.
You don't even need sunscreen, man, if you have a We Are Wrestling on Real shirt. Like,
You don't even need sunscreen. Exactly.
My shirt's somewhere.
All right. Well, with that being said, it is time for the main event. It's finally happening, ladies and gentlemen. The We Are Wrestling Thunder Championship is going to be crowned after night 2 of WWE SummerSlam, because in our little tournament, it's going to be Old School Phil versus Ricky Knows Best for our Thunder title. This is for the We Are Wrestling universe. Of course, the main pod, myself, Danny Huckins, Dan Eddy, and Rage, we compete for the We Are Wrestling World Predictions Champion. But Ricky Knows Best and Old School Phil, they won their respective tournament against Casual Cam and Jungle Boy Jordan, and they are going on to the finals, and we'll be crowning a new and first We Are Wrestling Thunder champion, which, oh yeah, that belt is beautiful. Which, shout out to Rage. Me and him, we worked on the championship, both of us, the design and everything of it. And I thought he did a really good job. But I want to know in the live chat, who are you guys going for, Ricky Knows Best or Old School Phil? And the way that we're going to do this, since they are competing for their title, they have both made videos for both nights of SummerSlam with their full predictions. They're not going to go into full details like we're going to with ours, because they're not in the big leagues yet. But we do have their predictions, and we're going to share them before we get into ours. So for night 1, we have a video sent in by Old School Phil, and we have a video sent in by Ricky Knows Best. And let's see what their predictions are going into SummerSlam. And we might as well start off here with Ricky Knows Best.
We need to get that on a shirt.
I agree.
What's up, everybody? This is Ricky Knows Best. Shout out to the whole We Are Wrestling. I'm here to give you my SummerSlam predictions night 1. We get to the first match. Fatal Influence against the Bellas and Paige. I got the Bellas and Paige winning that match. It's very easy right there to discuss. This is night 1, by the way, too. Then I have the Usos and Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight, Royce Keys, and Solo Sikoa. Clearly, I got the Bloodline winning this. Clearly. No debating on it. They're just going to win this one, okay? Then we have Gunther versus Nick
Ricky
Aldis.
is in his car all the time.
Working that third
Gunther
shift,
wins,
baby.
everybody knows. Nick Aldis used to be a fantastic wrestler back then, but everybody knows Gunther's taking this one. Liv Morgan, Io Sky for the women's championship, the women's world title, right? Women's championship, women's world title, either way. Io Sky walks out as champion. That's how I see it. That's my prediction. That's it. Like I said, I'm getting straight to this. I'm not talking too much.
That is an unpredictable one.
Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi, Hell in a Cell. Obafemi takes this one, builds momentum for himself, and Brock can finally retire for good, hopefully. Hopefully I'm right. I might be wrong though. Then we got the main event of night 1. This is night 1, by the way. Cody Rhodes and CM Punk for the championship. I think CM Punk retains and turns heel. That's me though. I could be wrong, like I said. That's night 1, everybody. These are my night 1 predictions though. God bless y'all.
He better hope he's not wrong because the stakes are higher than it's ever been, Ricky. This is the We Are Wrestling Thunder title, but let's hear what Old School Phil has for his predictions for night one.
I don't think I've ever heard Phil talk.
Versus Ricky Knows Best.
Ladies and gentlemen of the We Are Wrestling audience, feast your eyes on your inaugural Thunder champion, Phil McManus. Not only will I win, I will dominate, and I will give you my picks that address my opponent. Let us go with night one. I am going to go with the Fatal Influence for the 6-woman tag team match. I'm even going to go a step further and put the Bellas turn on page in the end of the match. 6-man tag, I'm going Bloodline. I don't see him taking the gas off of this for a while. Obafemi over Brock Lesnar. Maybe a surprise there. I'd be awesome to see. I'm not going to put anything on it. Gunther and Nick Aldis. Gunther can't lose. It's got to be Gunther. Liv Morgan over Io Sky into the big one. I don't see him taking the belt off CM Punk quite yet.
All right. Well, that was very, very quick from Old School Phil there. So there it is. We got our locked in answers, which We Are Wrestling will be live for night 1 and 2. But there it is, man. Phil has his locked in answers for night 1. Ricky Knows Best has his locked in answers for night 1. All right. Well, with that being said, it's time we get into our predictions here, which I do want to put a disclaimer to the Maniacs. Of course, we're going to be discussing the matches and stuff. The way we do it for our championship is we don't want to sway one another into picking who's going to win, because how does that benefit me? How does that benefit Danny? How does that benefit Dan Eddy? If somebody sways somebody's idea, which is why we lock in our answer 24 hours for the live episodes. So you will see that, but we're starting off with the first match here on the card, and this is in no order at all, but we are going to be talking about night 1. And we're starting off with the Usos and Jacob Fatu versus Royce Keys, LA Knight, and Solo Sikoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which the way we're going to do this, the way I have it is, Danny, you're going to go first with your thoughts on this, and then you're going to go with your winner. Then Dan Eddy, you'll do the same thing, and then I'll do the same thing, and then we'll talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Yeah. Let me talk to you. I kind of do like the build up for this match, right? I'm not that crazy about the Bloodline being back together. Just it's not the same as it once was, 3 years ago, whatever. Like you had Sami Zayn involved with it, and it was just a spectacle to see. You had that great spot at the Royal Rumble of 2023. Sami Zayn turning on the Bloodline to help Kevin Owens, and that was just like a big monstrous moment or whatever that people still remember to this day. I don't ever see Bloodline getting to those heights again. But I do like the fact that Royce Keys, for months, people were talking about, he came over to WWE and he's not being used. He's on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, but he's not on SmackDown. What's going on? And then he gets involved in this storyline. I didn't realize the history that he had with Jacob Fatu, which is really cool to sort of dive into. But now people are upset. Oh, we see too much of Royce Keys. Why is he involved with the Bloodline? This makes no sense. So you can't win for losing, people in the IWC are just insane, you can't please everybody. I gotta go with Solo, LA Knight, and Royce Keys winning, just because I sort of know what's going to be happening at the end of the night or whatever. And are you going to have every single member of the Bloodline win? I don't know about that. You know what I mean? I'm very unsure. And I feel like, Solo's becoming a breakout star. LA Knight, he needs to, he was in the Vision Vortex for a long time. Now he's sort of stuck in this. He needs to get to the next level. Royce Keys, I feel like he's the baby in this. He just came into the company. So I don't really see it being beneficial for them to lose their first this match, you know what I mean? Because it is a big match, regardless if the Bloodline is as big as they once were or not. They're still the Bloodline. They still have notoriety. They're still monsters in this game. So I see them putting LA Knight, Solo, and Royce Keys over.
All right. What about you, Dan Eddy? What do you got for us?
I can kind of see Danny Huckins' point of view. Unfortunately, they're going to shove the Bloodline 2.0 down our throats because in a way, it's still a money grab. And as you guys may have not noticed, TKO is in any way going to grab some money while they can, even if it's shortening matches, adding more ads, whatever, product placement, what have you. I will give credit where credit is due because each member of the LA Knights team, Knight, Solo, and Royce Keys, each one of them has pretty much carried the feud for a bit. Like they held the ball for a bit between them and the Bloodline. So like between the fire promos or, great matches with all three of them, Royce Keys coming in for the saves every now and then. I do like the new persona of Solo Sikoa and, the whole babyface, I guess for lack of a different word, persona. Sadly, I do have the Usos and Jacob Fatu winning because what they're doing is they're still having the machine go behind the Bloodline. They're planning on pretty much building up WrestleMania for next year with the SummerSlam card. And I'll add more to that later. I don't particularly like the LA Knights team losing. Don't read what I'm not saying. I would like for them to win because of what Danny was saying, because there's, been kind of getting some buzz. There's, people are starting like the new Solo Sikoa. I've heard people say like he's a very, very like the younger version of Dwayne Johnson, like the like charismatic character.
I do see that. I do see
yeah.
that.
So don't get me wrong. Like I would personally like for LA Knights team to win, but for the sake of the championship and the shut Donnie the fuck up, finally, I'm going for the Bloodline, and hopefully I'll get a point with that. I do have a theory. I know Solo Sikoa said in his promo, like, he's free of the MFTs, like pew 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 pow, the little catchphrase, whatever. Wouldn't you like to see this persona of Solo Sikoa in the Bloodline? Because it's been sort of stale when it's not Roman Reigns.
Look, I do understand what you're trying to say because Solo does have a lot of charisma, and that's something that we are starting to see now that like he's becoming a babyface, becoming a fan favorite.
Jordan.
I have heard Jungle Boy Jordan. I have heard as well, like a lot of fans, like during meet and greets with Solo Sikoa, just through the years, that like he's always gone like above and beyond. And he's somebody that a lot of fans that have met him have wanted to see this side of him. And I guess even apparently, according to WrestleVotes radio on Fightful, I guess WWE has been very impressed with how good the babyface run has been. And it's only been a couple weeks. Yeah. But here's why I don't want to see that happen.
Can I add another point real quick to what I was saying before? It just totally slipped my mind. But like now that we're talking and having somewhat of a discussion, it kind of
I haven't even shared my thoughts on the match.
Well, I know. But this is back to this adds to my prediction.
You know what?
Even
I feel
more.
bad for you. You're gonna get another. You're probably only gonna get like 4 or 5 points. Anyway.
This adds to my prediction. This adds to my prediction even more.
Throw the dog a bone. Throw the dog a bone.
I'm gonna throw the dog a bone. Nice big one.
Jacob Fatu has not necessarily been on the side of the Usos. Every time they ask him to get involved, he walks away. He walked away when it came to Royce Keys. He keeps telling, I don't listen to you guys. I listen to the tribal chief. Are they going to be able to stay on the same page?
That is an interesting approach. That is an interesting question. Like, that is something to definitely think about. But here's why I also have.
Can I just say something? I'm just kidding, Donnie. I'm just kidding.
You smart ass. I also do have the Bloodline winning this match. I think it's obvious they have so much momentum going on right now. And I feel like it hurts them to lose rather than them. Like they can't lose, because I think if they do, it's going to hurt them. I think Royce Keys, he still has years left. LA Knight, they just, I don't know what they're freaking doing with that guy.
I am
And then
banking
Sol
on him for the
Sikoa-
Money in the Bank. That's why I
Sol
don't have him
Sikoa
winning.
losing, the fans will just get behind him more, and they're going to want to see him win.
Yeah.
So I think that like it really benefits the Bloodline winning this, and I think that that's the way WWE is going to do it.
You sort of love to hate the Usos and the Bloodline, but then again, you know, like it brings in viewers, and you hate that you love the new Solo Sikoa so much that you're finally getting behind it. And to your point, Donnie, like it makes complete sense for the team of LA Knight and them losing for added momentum, because I see if he's in the tournament and if he's like a finalist, if I don't know if they're going to do like a tournament or whatever to determine who's going to be in the Money in the Bank match, but if LA Knight's in that match, I firmly believe that it's finally him that wins it.
I won't believe it until he's up. I won't believe it until that man is up on that freaking ladder, grabbing that briefcase.
That's why I'm not saying that they're going to win this time, because
don't try to manifest it.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
I know.
Cherry.
But every year in our Money in the Bank predictions, Rage always says this: LA Knight's gonna win, and it always backfires. And then he hates the Money in the Bank PLE.
Well, if you think about it more,
he makes
like,
all this bad.
LA Knight needs a win, right? And I saw somebody in the chat saying that he's only won one singles match this year. Forget who said it. I looked it up. I found that he won 7 out of 10 singles matches this year. So I don't know where he got that stat from. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, no, maybe you're right, but I think some of those, probably more of those wins are probably house shows, because I know WWE has been doing a lot more of those.
Maybe
recently.
televised, wins. He's going to get one.
Untelevised.
Either way, Royce Keys
have a house
making
show
win right
tonight.
now. Solo Sikoa has momentum, but a loss here would only add more to it, add more to his plate. So I think the buzz stays behind them. They're just giving the Bloodline a win because they have something up their sleeve for later on.
All right, well, let's read some of the Maniacs comments here. We're just going to fly through these because we got a lot of them here. You guys are killing it right now in the live chat. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Alex Johnson has the Bloodline winning. Chevy Dude, not going to lie, Solo reminds me of the Rock on the Mic from the early 2000s. Angelo, I want to say LA, Solo, and Royce, but knowing WWE, LA will probably eat the pin by a Solo turn. Most predictable thing that could happen. I would have believed you until I heard these reports. I think originally that was supposed to be the plan.
I think Royce is going to eat the pin.
I don't know, because I think Solo might take the pin, but like I think the original plan before he impressed people with the babyface run, I think he was supposed to turn on LA and Royce, but now with like the positive reception he's getting, I think that they're going to try to go forward with him being a babyface.
I had that in my notes saying that they're gonna.
What if
he's gonna turn on LA Knight and Royce Keys and join the Bloodline? But I don't know. I can't see.
What if this version of the Bloodline was only supposed to be like a temporary thing?
Could be, but remember, Danny, Paul Heyman did say multiple times, we're only at the 3rd or the 4th inning. I think right now we're probably at the 6th inning, which if you watch baseball, you know there's 9 innings.
Sometimes over.
Yeah. Usos and Jacob will probably win this show.
What if Roman wins and the Usos and Jacob lose, and that sets him off? And because we know Roman's going to be leaving soon. You know what I mean? He's not going to be around very much longer.
There's definitely some cracks in the Shield.
But you see,
no pun intended.
But our final answers that we do have locked in. Danny has Royce Keys, LA Knight, and Solo Sikoa winning. Dan Eddy and myself, we have Jacob Fatu and the Usos, the Bloodline. All right, let's move on to our next match here on the card. And we have a 6-woman tag match, Fatal Influence versus Nikki, Brie, and Paige.
As far as the story aspect going into this match, absolute fucking like dog shit. I don't even think this match should be happening. just the idea that JC Jane lost to Tiffany Stratton, the opportunity to go into the ladder match was just probably the worst creative decision I've seen in a long time. It's not really. She already has one title she doesn't defend. You're gonna fucking have her in the ladder match to be the interim women's champion. It's just fucking retarded. But I gotta go with Fatal Influence, because they just won the tag titles at Saturday night's main event. You know, they're the hot new up and coming team. They're a legitimate team, and yeah, the only reason I could potentially see the Bellas and Paige winning is the fact that Nikki Bella just came back and this is going to be her first match back. That's literally like if that wasn't a thing, 100% my I would still go with Fatal Influence. I don't see how you could have them win the tag titles and then lose their first quote unquote big match. You know what I mean? It'd be stupid. But of course, it's WWE creative, so nothing they do surprises me.
All right, what do you got for us, Dan?
So I'm gonna go ahead and say I have the fatal influence winning, but I have it differently. I have Paige turning on the Bella Paige turn. I have her turning on the Bella Twins, because if you look at it back in WrestleMania, she was never supposed to be there with Brie Bella, and she wins the tag team titles with Brie. Nikki's returned, so Fatal Influence is truly over. Like, the fans love them. They've been given the push, like Danny Huckins said. They won the tag titles, but Nikki was injured, so Paige stepped in, and since they lost the titles, I believe it was Paige that lost them the titles, was it not?
I can't remember, bro. That fucking show was just so bad. It was a blur to me.
Somebody in the chat can help me out with that. But the Bella Twins are basically baby faces at this point. Like, they're doing well as the baby face of, this feud or whatever. Fatal Influence is, sort of a heel. I think they're sort of a tweener.
They're a heel faction.
They're heel, fully heel. Okay.
Yeah.
But I believe Paige turning heel and maybe going into the singles run can add another wrench into the whole women's division. Because if you think about it, the booking to whomever is champion, whoever it is, Jade, Io, Tiffany Stratton, whomever, like, there's a lack of booking. Literally, Liv Morgan has not had a title defense until this weekend. She will have.
So Nate confirmed that Paige was pinned at Saturday night main event.
There we go. She lost tag titles for them. So yeah, I can see the Bella Twins turning on her, but I think it benefits the creative more if Paige turns on them, because she helped out, and I think there's sort of like a friction between the Bella Twins and Paige. So maybe I'm seeing something different, but I think her turning on the Bella Twins and leaving them to go into the singles run, I think does more wonders for not only WWE, but the whole women's division as well.
So you see here, I think that you're onto something, but I do think that there is definitely, you're right about the friction between Nikki and Paige, because of course Nikki was out with an injury. Paige replaced her. Her and Brie ended up winning.
Took a WrestleMania moment.
And remind you,
to pop.
The Bella Twins have always wanted to be tag champs, both the sisters, because during their era of WWE, there wasn't women tag titles.
They
so
literally
of course,
came back.
There's a little bit of a jealousy angle that I see playing on TV, and I think that it's going to be how it used to be. I also do have Fatal Influence winning this, and I do think that it's going to be the Bellas that turn on Paige, because it just, history repeats itself. I think the Bellas, they work way better as heels. I think Paige is still very popular, and I think that we could definitely see down the line a heel Bellas versus Paige and AJ Lee feud.
So now that it got confirmed that, because I legitimately did forget who ate the pin during the Saturday night's main event. So what if Paige eats the pin this time, and that's what makes the Bella Twins spiral, and they take.
I was thinking that too. Yeah,
that's also another possible scenario there. But I do hope that Fatal Influence does win this, because I really want them to push them. Like, I really hope, like, maybe JC Jane not beating Tiffany was the right move, because I think that maybe it is a little too soon for her to win the championship. I want them to do right for her. And I do
Yeah.
hope, at least by
yeah,
the
but,
end
like-
of the year, going maybe into the road to WrestleMania, JC Jane gets that push and she does get a women's world championship or something.
But
'Cause
like,
I think
just
she is capable of carrying a women's division for the future.
here's my issue with that is, like, I sort of know who's gonna win the ladder match or whatever, even if JC Jane was in it. But like, you could still give JC Jane, somebody that they're trying to book and push and be this big star in the women's
Yeah,
division.
bigger match. Bigger
She could have a good showing in that match and still lose, but come out looking really, really strong. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Like if she lost to like a Jade Cargill or a Charlotte Flair, like nobody's gonna like
and like a
second
singles
guess
match
it.
or something.
You know what I mean? They should have
Yeah.
still gave her that opportunity.
I get what you're saying because it's like Kiana James going into the Elimination Chamber. Like they gave her that opportunity. She didn't have to win, but people were impressed by
She had
her.
one of the-
You
she had
were
one of the
somebody
best
that highly
showings.
praised her.
She had one
You
of
were
the best
somebody that
showings in
did.
that
You were
match.
impressed.
Wasn't she like an MVP during the Royal Rumble too?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been getting highly praised, and I've been behind her work. She just never really had the opportunity to show what she could do, and they were able to do that. And I agree. I think JC Jane being in that ladder match, she could have definitely shown what she's capable of. So I see why like you're frustrated about that. Like I think freaking Tiffany, I don't even know what the hell they want to do with her.
And then
That's
this
another topic for another day.
and then this match could have been like a tag title match, whether it's Paige and Brie, or you do allow Paige to give the spotlight to Nikki and Brie and have them face Fatal Influence for the tag titles. That's what you could have did.
Yeah, they should have done something different. Like, I feel like this is where we should have gotten the world tag titles on Raw. I think it should have been Braun Breaker, Austin Theory versus Otis and Tozawa taking this spot from their match at SummerSlam. Because I think that you could have easily had this on the Raw or SmackDown before.
But because Nikki Bella came back and she wasn't able to compete at WrestleMania, they want to give her the spot.
Well, she is, according to some rumors, she is supposed to retire, I believe, in 2027. So maybe that's also another factor to why they wanted to push this on SummerSlam. Nikki Bella, she's going to be hanging up the shoes sometime in 2027.
Well, she did say she wants to retire with her sister. So if it's either both of them or none.
Yeah. But here's our final answers that we do have locked in. Daddy's got Fatal Influence. Dan Eddy's got Fatal Influence. And I got Fatal Influence. Who doesn't have Fatal Influence? I would love to know. Moving on to our next match here on the card, we have, this is going to be a good one. The Ring General, the Career Killer, Gunter versus Nick Aldis making his in-ring WWE debut.
I actually really like the story going into this. You know what I mean? Because like one thing that we were wondering and contemplating like the last couple months is like, where does Gunther go as far as like a creative direction? Because like, you had this guy, he retired Goldberg, he retired Cena, he retired AJ Styles. Like that's a lot for one person to handle. And it's like retiring legends like those. And then like no matter what, your people are always going to be upset. Oh, why aren't WWE doing this with him? Like he retired John Cena and AJ Styles and Goldberg, like, and they're pretty much fumbling the entire thing. So like it's very hard creatively to really like go above all of that. I do like the story between him and Nick Aldis, especially when they were in Saudi Arabia and they had that during the post show, they had that little scuffle or whatever. Nick Aldis was then taken off of TV, and then obviously at the SummerSlam kickoff where this match got official and they actually legitimately went to blows. Nick Aldis looks fucking jacked, bro. I watched the Chris Van Vliet interview that got released today. And this guy's muscles have muscles, bro. This dude is fucking jacked. Nick Aldis looks bigger now than he did when he was, the NWA champion. It's fucking mind blowing.
Is Nick Aldis turning you on, Danny?
No, but like I
thought muscles weren't attractive.
98% of the WWE audience.
He's talking about Nick Aldis like Alex Johnson talks about Liv Morgan.
No, but like 98% of the WWE audience they don't know Nick Aldis outside of his GM role. They didn't know he was an in-ring.
We better get some type of like video package on Friday.
We better get something.
We should have got it last week.
Agree.
Well, I mean, we had that
at least a match.
Segment. That was probably the best segment on SmackDown that entire night. Is the Nick Aldis and Gunther, Nick Aldis getting put through the table and everything, and them just going to blows. I have Gunther winning. Just because like I don't see Nick Aldis, beating Gunther. Now the question is, how does he lose? Does he get choked out? Does he eat a pin? Like what happens? Do we see some kind of like interference or something?
I think that's what excites me about this match the most is like what's the finish going to be?
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't want them. I know it's like Gunther's thing to fucking like choke everybody out. But with this being Nick Aldis's, first big shot in the WWE in a stadium, I don't necessarily know if it'll be beneficial for him for his future if he decides to stay in ring or go back to a GM role. If he just gets choked the fuck out.
Honestly, I think Gunther should try to like go into this like underestimating him, and I think he should get Nick Aldis with like a roll up or like cheat to win. That way, like Nick Aldis has more anger, and then like maybe we can get a stipulation for the next match that they're gonna have.
Yeah.
But what do you got for us, Dan Eddy? What do you got?
So I feel like this is a great, comeback match for Nick Aldis / Magnus. But I do believe Gunther needs to rub a lot more in this one. He goes from the career killer to an in-ring joke, basically. This whole match is like I've been not praising, but like pounding my fist on the table for this for a few weeks now, saying like Danny was saying, like a 98% or like 90 or something percent people have watched the WWE did not know Nick Aldis wrestled back in the day, including myself. So I firmly, sincerely say that like I had no idea, but I wanted some sort of video package, some sort of match, some sort of thing that made me believe that Nick Aldis can still do this, being I think he's like 38, 39 years old. Like because I personally believe that it would not only help Nick Aldis beforehand, but it would also help the fans going into SummerSlam, because if Nick Aldis doesn't have a match before SummerSlam, goes into SummerSlam and then loses, people are gonna be like, oh well, I mean, at least he put on a good match or whatever, something like that. Like if he loses, cool. We knew that he could wrestle beforehand because we saw it a week or two prior, So going into SummerSlam without any video package, some sort of match or whatever, people are gonna be like, who is this Nick Aldis guy and why is he losing to Gunther? If Gunther wins, cool. He won against some guy that was the general manager for God knows how long. Like that's cool. So like it's sort of like a way to prove that Nick Aldis can still wrestle or can wrestle for people that don't know about it. But then it's like, even if Aldis wins, what's next for him? And that's what Donnie was getting to, like how the match ends. If he gets pinned, cool, but if he like Gunther cheats to win, that's even better. I was going to add too, like it hurt Gunther's stock back in the day when he went up against Pat McAfee. So they can't do this again where like, Nick Aldis wins and Gunther is like, well, where do you go with him now? Like send him to AEW at this point.
Yeah, because then it's like he gets like lost in the shuffle, because that's kind of what happened after the whole Pat
and you
McAfee
can't
thing.
kill three people's careers, Hall of Fame careers, and then put him back in the catering with fucking Johnny Gargano doing the plank and shit. So
started with that shit.
I'm going with Gunther, long story short. And I want to say, I'm not firmly predicting this because I won't get any points for it, but I do like potentially a Drew McIntyre return in this match. Because if you think about it, he was the first one a while ago, kind of like, egging on Nick Aldis, to come out of retirement.
I'm pretty sure Randy Orton was the first one, because he gave Nick Aldis an RKO a couple times. I can't remember how that was. What,
But
2 years ago?
McIntyre, but McIntyre also was egging him on too.
He added to it probably. Randy Orton was probably the first one, yeah. But I don't see Randy Orton being involved in this match at all. I just maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid of Drew McIntyre now, still. But a Drew McIntyre return,
I hope
it won't like. I'm not saying it will influence who wins the match because I firmly believe Gunther needs to win like desperately. So I'm going Gunther.
All right, I like that. I really do hope though, like they really do need to show video packages, or they need to show him training in the performance center. Give me something, because here's the thing: the little things do matter at the end of the day, especially, and that's why I like having Dan Eddy here on the pod, because he isn't as familiar with guys like Nick Aldis, but he's here every week, always doing his homework, always studying. And that's the thing about Nick Aldis is, for somebody who hasn't seen him, I like that we're getting that perspective, because guess what? Not everybody watches everything. I'm very familiar with Magnus, going all the way back to TNA, him teaming up with Doug Williams, with Rob Terry as the body guy.
Haven't you met Aldis before?
Never have, man.
I thought you did at an indie show.
I wish. But that's the thing. Nick Aldis, I do think is good. This is going to be a great match. I have been very invested in this storyline, and I actually like the direction that we've gone in with Gunther. I didn't like. Okay, look. Hear me out real quick, and then you can interrupt me. See, at WrestleMania, I didn't like the Seth Rollins versus Gunther match. There was really nothing to it, nothing that excited me. And I thought we were going in the right direction with Gunther going to SmackDown, feuding with Cody Rhodes for the championship. I loved what they did at Clash in Paris. I loved the whole finish. That was controversial because Gunther did have his foot under the rope, but then Cody moved it, so the ref didn't see it. That was controversial. And then we got some heat there with Gunther and Nick Aldis. So right now, Gunther's goal needs to be the championship because, of course, he ended Goldberg's career, he ended John Cena, and he ended AJ Styles. So, of course, what's next for Gunther needs to be the championship. But now, getting screwed out of the title multiple times, he has a reason to take a break from the title and to feud with Nick Aldis. And that's why I have been 150% invested in this entire program between the two. And this is honestly one of the matches that I'm looking forward to the most going into SummerSlam this year.
You were at the SummerSlam kickoff at
Fanatics
Fest, which you guys can see in, I think it's the third vlog or whatever.
It is, I believe it was part 3. Yes.
So, like, what you have a rare opinion or whatever, because you got to see, like, the fan interaction, how crazy, like, the audience legitimately got for that, because a lot of times WWE cameras, you can't really pick up that, especially in, like, a setting like that.
It's definitely different.
How did like the audience that was there, like, were they really engaged with, you know, the whole brawl and what was happening on stage?
They were invested. Got one of the loudest pops of that entire kickoff was when Aldis and Gunther were going head to head. People are yelling, "Beat his ass!" To like, Aldis was getting a massive reaction, and it wasn't one of those like, okay, just another guy. That's it. People were invested because they want to see Nick Aldis, who's been taking this abuse by Gunther time after time, finally get his own. And this type of storyline in pro wrestling has worked for years. I just hope that we actually go in the direction that we're not going to think that the hardcore fans like you and I are stupid. And we need to make sure that he wrestles, because he's not one of those guys that just wears a suit and that's it. Nick Aldis is one of the most decorated professional wrestlers out there, one of the best technicians. He is the reason why NWA is where they're at right now, because he revived that whole brand with making that championship prestigious again. Like, that's the only time I ever paid attention to NWA was when he was champion. Nick Aldis is also a former TNA world champion, part of the main event Mafia.
He faced Cody Rhodes at the very first All In.
He's had a very decorated career, and I don't want that to be swept under the rug. And that's one thing I will say I don't think Triple H is going to do, because he knows how good Nick Aldis really is. And Adam Pearce even. Pearce could actually wrestle, surprisingly, believe it or not.
Yeah. Nick Aldis told Chris Van Vliet during the interview today that his son has been getting really into like, you know, filming and videography and stuff like that. And Nick Aldis has said that his son has been filming a lot of his like training. So like I'm wondering if WWE get their hands on that footage and maybe they're gonna put something together. I don't know.
They probably will for like Unreal or something.
They just need something.
All right, so of course for me, I have Gunter winning this match because I don't think it benefits him losing. Nick Aldis, as long as the dude puts up a fight, I'm okay with whatever happens here. I just want him to at least put up a fight. I don't want this to just be like a Gunter just squashes and buries a guy that a lot of people aren't familiar with. I want people to see what Nick Aldis is actually capable
that was
of.
what I was gonna say. I just hope that this is not a squash match because
Better not be.
Like you said, people don't know Nick Aldis can wrestle, and how are you supposed to know he can wrestle or not if the match is only 6 minutes long and then 20 minutes of fucking ads? You know.
Just want to say this too. They have to show some of the wrestling footage because one thing I will say, like AEW does get critiqued a lot with not like reminding us about things. One of my biggest like critiques with All Elite Wrestling. But one thing that they did really good with was bringing back Nigel McGuinness. Like he'll be on the commentary booth for most of the time, but when he does have a program, when he does have a match, they do a really good job at showing a lot of that old footage from Japan, a lot of that old footage from Ring of Honor. And I think that if they could just do that with Nick Aldis, we're fine. We're chilling. Because Nick Aldis, I could already tell you this right now. If they let this dude wrestle, he's going to shock a lot of fucking people. And they're going to say, what the hell has WWE been doing with this guy for the last couple of years? He should be in there wrestling.
You mentioned it, Donnie, and now I can't stop thinking about it. Like there has to be some sort of way that Gunther cheats to win because
I hope
if Nick Aldis is definitely like proven to the audience and you know people backstage are noticing that you know fans are thoroughly enjoying the match, why have him only do one match then? You know, like maybe do a few more matches, build something there. I don't know.
Shock Gunter. Gunter thinks that this is going to be an easy match because Nick Aldis hasn't friggin' laced.
You want to know what they should do is if they're gonna keep pigeonholing Gunther to this whole career killer thing, why not have a lengthy feud with Nick Aldis, eventually kill his career, and then that'll help Gunther and Nick Aldis because Nick Aldis can prove that he can still wrestle, do a couple years of wrestling matches, and then go back to general manager or go back into producing.
And he also proves that he doesn't take shit from anybody if he continues the feud with Gunter, because that's the one thing that he has been doing on screen with WWE. And why I like him as an on-roll general manager is because he's somebody that doesn't take shit from the superstars or the talent.
And Danny,
keep that mentality.
I haven't watched the whole podcast, but I saw a glimpse of it saying that he's going to bring out his national treasure gear. I'm sure you guys knew what that.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
That's a what's it called? A tease, or that's an exclusive.
I will say if Nick Aldis has an extended in-ring return,
get ready.
Who I think they need to have to replace him to be an interim GM, AJ Styles.
Perfect.
AJ Styles or Kevin Owens.
All right, well, let's read some of the Maniacs comments here because you guys are still going crazy. Love all you guys. We got Tyrus, must-see match. I agree. Nate, I have Nick Aldis winning, and he goes for the IC title against Gable at WrestleMania 43. As much as I would like to see that, Nate, because I'm a fan just like you are of Aldis, I don't think that's happening.
That is more dream booking than Danny Huckins in one sentence.
That's like me getting my wrestling figures and like booking something there. Oh man, we got Angelo
like Penta going against Sting or something.
It's only been 3 years since Nick's last match. I don't know why. I thought his last match was in 2019.
3 years for a pro wrestler is a lot, though.
Yeah, but he is kidding. He does have Gunter winning. Matt's got Gunter. Eric, hope Aldis puts Gunter in the sleeper and he taps out in 5 seconds. Don't we all?
I can see Aldis putting Gunter in the sleeper, but I don't see Gunter giving up.
If Yeet Boy could do it, why not? I love Eric, man. He is hilarious.
True. I mean, it's got there's logic to that. There's a point.
I do agree. Mickey James being at ringside with Gunter, I think that would be good storytelling too. like having Nikki and like ringside.
Oh
with
yeah, that's his
son,
wife, isn't it?
and like
Yeah,
have
Mickie James.
Gunter like mock
Nice.
him and stuff. Like that'd be some good heat.
I completely forgot about that.
We haven't really seen Mickie James make too many appearances though, especially on WWE TV, like over the last couple of years. So like, I don't know if there's like something like contractually to where like she's not able to. I don't know.
I want
Is
to.
she still on a Legends deal, or
I
have
actually
no idea.
the Legends deal thing. I've always wondered
I'll
that.
look that up.
I know she has like some type of deal with WWE. I'm just not sure what it is because like they don't even produce like wrestling figures of her either. But
Yeah,
she
so,
was on
like-
WWE LFG season 1, so like I really don't know. Which, we got a good question here. Donnie, who do you got winning the World Heavyweight Championship, Roman or Seth? You're going to have to wait and find out, pal, because we still have night 1 to finish, and then we'll get into night 2. So stay tuned. We're going match by match. But I think we all know who's going to win that one. Guilty. Any information
Which
on
one?
the contract, Dad?
Oh, I'm looking at it right now. Or I'm looking that up right now.
Matthew saying you guys are great. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate the kind words.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it.
And we got Albert here spamming in the live chat. He's a big fan of yours, Dan Eddy.
Dan Eddy's got himself an admirer, man.
Kind of like you and Nick
It's
Aldis.
not the secret.
Hey,
His muscles has got muscles on them. Oh my god.
wait,
He's got
wait,
muscles within muscles.
wait until you fucking see this guy, bro. This dude is
He must
yoked.
eat his Wheaties.
Yep. He never skips arm day.
So it looks like Mickie James is currently on a free agent operating without an exclusive long-term contract, working on a per appearance basis while occasionally taking on backstage and ambassador roles.
You see, so that's why I think like we could see her at ringside because
Look at
her and
what Tyler
WWE are
just
on good
said.
terms. You want to read it?
Aldis admitted in the CBB interview. Watch the interview. It's great. It's like an hour and 33 minutes, but it's a great interview. That NWA still has some combined deal with WWE because of the NWA footage. I hope they show the 10 pounds of gold in WWE. That would be fucking awesome. And that's how
needs to happen.
that's how you build the story.
And you see, if I'm NWA and I'm Billy Corgan, I am whatever WWE is telling me to do here, I am going to obey and listen to, because if you get that 10 pounds of gold on television, there might be some of those fans that don't know what the NWA is all about. There you go. You reel them in that way.
This has to be a troll comment.
We'll have to wait and see. Hey, you never know in the WWE. Never say never. But John Moxley, Dean Ambrose is in AEW.
Never.
But
Yeah,
let's move on to our next match. Oh, before we move on to the next match, we do need to show our final answers. So pretty much we all have Gunter defeating Nick Aldis, but we hope it's a competitive match. Never thought that we would all agree on something, but here we are. Let's move on to the next match for the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship Night 1. Liv Morgan finally has her first title defense in over 100 days versus Io Sky.
This match I could definitely do without. Just the way they've built the story, and we saw them in Saudi Arabia at Night of Champions, and that match was probably one of the worst matches of that night. I feel like, just because we've seen better matches from Io Sky. I think Io Sky is definitely going to win, because I do feel like later on in either September or October, they're going to want champion versus champion, Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. I feel like they're going to want to book that down the road. So I see, and I heard a thing that Rhea Ripley has never beaten Io Sky in a match. So
she's 0 for 6, I think.
So I definitely, with their friendship, and I could definitely see WWE wanting that match, especially in Saudi Arabia with the amount of money that they make. So I have very little to say about the story. Danhausen is involved in the story somehow. Brought Io Sky out on his fucking Danhausen mobile on Raw.
Ice cream truck too.
The greatest women's world champion of all time.
She hasn't had a title defense since what? What was the
It's
last
been
time?
100. It's been 104 days since she's won the title.
0 television title defenses, Danny.
She's had no title defenses.
Nothing.
So
Yeah,
her first title defense, she's gonna lose.
Damn. What do you got for us, Dan?
See,
I blame WWE. I don't blame
that's
her.
where we differ, Danny. First title defense in over 100 days, 104 to be exact, and she is winning. I'm going Liv Morgan. There's just like this whole thing outside of the ring, hovering the like entirety of this match, and is Liv Morgan still cursed? Because if Danhausen lifts the curse,
I can't believe this is what we've gotten to in WWE.
I know it's ridiculous, but if they don't lift the
Basically,
curse
this match is like determined
by
based off
Friday,
Danhausen's
then Liv Morgan is still cursed. So I'm going into this match a little nervous about Liv Morgan winning or not. But like, there's just more booking options if Liv Morgan is still champion. Yes, they have not.
There
yes,
is
they
more
have not done
opportunities, I
anything.
think.
Oh my God.
They have not done anything with Liv Morgan, but secretly, I think they've been waiting for Stephanie Valkyrie to return. And I think with Stephanie Valkyrie is healthy enough to return, she comes in
Her
here.
and Liv, they do the program that they were supposed to do at prior.
Yes. And Judgment Day turns on Liv maybe afterwards. And that could be the way that the curse is still upon her. Like, because yes, she wins, but now she has no group whatsoever. It's just her in the title.
What if Danhausen gets it? What if Danhausen gets involved? Dominic and Danhausen is not till night 2.
They have their own match. Danny, stop interrupting me. They have Liv Morgan as
5
champion,
points.
Raquel Rodriguez as champion, Roxanne Perez maybe wins Money in the Bank and becomes champion, hopefully. But they're going to do something with the Judgment Day, but have Liv Morgan do everything by herself. Because, like, I go back to this feud every once in a while because Liv Morgan did not want Roxanne Perez in the Judgment Day. So Roxanne Perez was always behind Raquel's back. I believe they won the tag team champions together. So why not have Raquel and Roxanne go their own separate ways with Liv Morgan? Still cursed. She's still champion. But have Stephanie Valkyrie do the feud with Liv Morgan that they were supposed to do. And because if there's more booking for Liv as champion afterwards, we'll find out if she has an actual title run or, a Jade Cargill title run, with all due respect.
Why am I second guessing myself?
She only has 2 people she could defend the title against.
Oh my goodness.
Io Sky or Stephanie Valkyrie. And that's literally the main event women's scene on Raw.
AJ Lee returning, Naomi returning.
AJ Lee's not returning anytime soon. And if she does, she's going to SmackDown. What does that have to do with Raw?
But Becky
Lil
Lynch.
Levice is going to come in the main roster very soon.
Becky Lynch
can return. There's a lot of people. They just keep booking the same people, and that's what makes you think that there's only 2 people that she can go up against.
I think realistically, it's going to be Stephanie Valkyrie, and like, oh man, why? If I forgot, like, there's SmackDown still, and I really am determining this based off Danhausen. Like, if he does somehow uncurse her, they do something on SmackDown, I know I'm going to regret my decision.
I'm not quite banking on the curse being I'm not banking on the curse being lifted by tomorrow night. I am going into this match nervous either way.
Oh, wait a minute. No, dude,
if I lose, then Io Sky, yeah.
No, dude. I think Liv Morgan is going to end up winning this, but I did lock in Io Sky. Here's what I think is going to happen now that I'm thinking about it. Night 2, Dirty Dom and Danhausen are going to face each other, but of course, Danhausen's very popular, very over. So they're going to have them involved here at night 1. And I think Danhausen's going to do the curse thing. Liv's going to move out of the way, and Io Sky's going to end up getting cursed. And that's how Liv's going to retain her championship. Because, like, you're right, Dan Eddy, with some of your points, they're valid, man. Like, it makes
for that title.
It does make more sense.
Well, I am, but
no.
What if Roxanne inadvertently turns on Liv Morgan?
No, because there's money.
That's what I'm saying.
She is going to win Money in the Bank. Long term, Liv's still going to be champion. She's going to retain the belt against Stephanie in their little feud. And then I think towards Money in the Bank, and I think Roxanne's somebody that's not going to hold the briefcase for a long time. she's gonna cash in on Liv.
She's gonna
and get
cash in that
moment.
night, bro. She's gonna do her thing, and Roxanne's gonna win everything.
I am
she deserves
regretting this
everything.
decision because I could see a nice little interference there with Dom and Danhausen, or even JD and Danhausen. And then Danhausen does the curse thing, Liv's like in front of him, but she moves out of the way, and then Io gets cursed. That way, Liv steals the win with like a roll up or something. Because also, you have to consider as well, going into that King and Queen of the Ring tournament, in the finals, Io Sky beat Liv already. So
Hey, let me just add on to the point.
No, but here's the thing. Would they have Io beat Liv twice?
No.
Back
Especially
to back
in the last couple months. No. They had the machine behind it. They were pushing Liv Morgan the fuck down her throats since WrestleMania. She had a new theme song. They gave her the title. They have been letting her keep the title forever until this weekend. Hopefully she keeps the title and retains it. But
holding on
they
to
were
this title
putting
like
so much
Ciampa
behind Liv Morgan that if you guys have not noticed, WWE kind of takes a while to get behind things that we as fans are enjoying. Like, it took a while for the Yeet thing to come about, and then all of a sudden it's like the only thing people talk about, not so much anymore. But like, if things get hot, they are sort of slow to get behind it as well. So Liv Morgan was given the machine. It's not anything like sudden, like to change everything, because
I'm in trouble, Alex.
There you go, Alex Johnson.
Trouble.
I just think that there's so much more to do with Liv Morgan.
There is more opportunity.
Evidence is not saying the same thing as what we've seen the last 104 days, but at the same time, like what are we going to do with Liv as Io Sky as champion again?
That's also what I'm thinking too, because it's like
Danny, I can see them doing the whole Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, but
because like
you said WrestleMania next year. That's in April. They have but how many months until then?
Even with but that's the thing too. Like we were talking about, like Danny's question to you was, who's gonna go against Liv? He only mentioned two people, Io Sky, Stephanie. But now
there's a whole division.
Okay, but now here's the question: Io Sky wins, who's gonna go after Io next? You're not gonna have a babyface Stephanie versus the babyface Io.
No.
And Stephanie's coming back because she was at Fanatic Fest. So
and they need more heels as champions.
Definitely
they only have technically Roman Reigns.
I am such a dumbass. Wow.
Yeah, Stephanie said on Unreal that she wanted to take some time off and heal her body up and stuff like that.
Well, she's had plenty of time from Mania to SummerSlam.
That was recorded like 9 months ago.
All right, well, let's see what some of the Maniacs here are saying about this match here. We got Kelby. Liv is going to win, Donnie. I got Io Sky winning the title from Liv Morgan. I have Io. We got Io. We all know Alex Johnson, obviously going for Liv Morgan.
I think me and Alex Johnson are on an island by ourselves.
Liv winning, obviously. She'll have the title till Mania. Judgment Day triple threat. That would be a really good triple threat for Mania with that title on the line.
Bro, people are already sick of the Judgment Day.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to close that chapter, though. But then again, I would want them to close that chapter tomorrow if I was booking it. But here's our final answers that we did have locked in. All right, Danny Huckins has Io Sky winning the championship. Dan Eddy has Liv Morgan winning, and I did lock in Io Sky.
I swear, dude, if this is the match that decides it, I'm gonna be so fucking happy. I mean, there's a whole other night, but that's gonna be hilarious.
Oh, that's also another good idea too. Eric says Liv holds up a mirror and Danhausen curses himself.
There you go. That's an idea.
Fuck, you're gonna get a mirror though. This is not a no DQ match.
Yeah, but they could do this on SmackDown. They could do this backstage.
They take the turnbuckle pad off a disqualification match or a regular match.
I do think Liv is gonna end up winning. Dan Eddy, you swayed me, man.
Woo!
This is why, guys, we lock in our answers beforehand with the championship, because how would that be fair to Dan Eddy if I changed my answer to Liv Morgan?
Yeah, don't be
because of his opinion. All right. Hey, I'm praising you. I'm not being a dick.
No, I'm saying, yeah, don't change it and be a dick.
I
appreciate your praise.
I can't. Answers are locked in. All right, moving on to the next match, and I think everybody has this is the most exciting match of the entire card. Hell in a Cell. Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. And I do want to talk about this question first before we do get into our thoughts and opinions on the build-up, our thoughts and opinions on, of course, who we have winning. But I would love to know this question, and I think a lot of people are speculating this happening.
What question?
Do you think Brock Lesnar is retiring after this? Address the elephant in the room, and then we'll get into the match.
I want to say yeah, especially with it being like, and like I know technically it's not Lesnar's hometown or whatever because he was born in fucking South Dakota, but this is like where his
it's one of his
roots come
home
from.
states.
Yeah. So like I could see it, but also if they wanted Oba and Brock to have a third match at like say Survivor Series or something like that,
the third match
or fourth match,
1/3 and 1/4.
It's hard to say. I'm gonna go with yes, but I don't know.
I'm gonna say no, just because I can see them bringing in Brock for WrestleMania for Saudi Arabia next year, and possibly having him face like Gunther or something.
Nah, they're gonna resurrect Yokozuna
career thing going. So, and like Saudi Arabia is gonna be like, give me all the big names, give me all the big wrestlers, literally dudes over 300 pounds.
Yokozuna.
We're gonna get Undertaker versus Kane at WrestleMania. We're gonna get Steve Austin, The Rock at WrestleMania. We're gonna get Yokozuna and Mankind. We're gonna get
Brett.
We're gonna get Brock Lesnar and
I don't think Brock
60-second Iron Man match.
If he does, then that's cool. Like I will, acknowledge it. Like he's actually retiring. I personally don't think he's going to.
The Saudi
If
Arabian
I'm wrong,
Prince,
I'm wrong.
The Saudi Arabian Prince is gonna want at WrestleMania is gonna want Lesnar to F5 Andre the Giant. So we're gonna get that on the card.
Big Show versus Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
The dream match everybody played on the original SmackDown versus Raw.
I know. As far as this match and this build,
no. I still have to give my thoughts on the retirement.
Oh yeah, I thought you did.
No, I didn't. You didn't let me. All right. Well, here's what I think is going to happen. Is Brock Lesnar going to retire? Is Brock going to retire at SummerSlam? I don't think so. It's not going to happen because Brock Lesnar is a prize fighter. And if you know something about prize fighters, if you give them the right amount of money, they're going to fight. Look at Floyd Money Mayweather. Look at Jake Paul. Look at Logan Paul. Look at all of these fighters, these combat fighters. This is what they do. Conor McGregor probably should have hung up the gloves years ago, but the money is right, so he continues to take that money. So I do think that realistically, Lesnar, it's always going to be that case. I think that he probably will have his last match realistically in Saudi. I'm not saying WrestleMania. It will probably be some Saudi event because that's where the most money is being made.
Where's the Royal Rumble next year? Is it in Saudi Arabia?
No, they haven't announced it yet.
Nope, but
bro, they haven't even announced what day WrestleMania, what weekend WrestleMania is next year. They want to see if fucking Tony Khan. They're gonna book it on the same day that Tony Khan, because everybody's talking about Tony Khan, like because WrestleMania is in Saudi Arabia, booking a massive wrestling weekend or whatever for like WrestleCon and all that. A couple weeks before or after WrestleMania. So I think WWE is seeing if Tony Khan makes a move. That way they can fucking book WrestleMania the same fucking weekend. That's my guess.
So Kimberly thinks that Brock Lesnar is going to retire. Alex Johnson thinks Brock is retiring. Brock will retire. So pretty much a lot of people are speculating here. Tyrus Brock will lose, get respectful babyface applause, and hug by a Lesnar on camera.
That comment by Amber Zinaldin, sorry if I butchered it, saying that it's up to Lesnar. Yeah, Triple H did say that like it's up to Brock Lesnar himself to decide whether or not he's going to retire. So, but like you said, Donnie, he's a prize fighter. I can see him making an appearance wherever the Royal Rumble is next year, or say
Hell yeah, dude.
WrestleMania.
Mike Tyson is 60 years old and he's still doing fights, exhibition fights, because he's getting that money. Brock Lesnar is going to do that. He says the groceries aren't cheap, ladies and gentlemen.
They're not. I just put in an order today. Fuck.
All right, now let's talk about our prediction now, getting into this match with Brock and Oba. I'm excited about this. It better not be 5 minutes or less, and there better be color. That's what I want.
Bro, the way they have been talking and how Paul Heyman has been talking about this match a lot lately, bro, I want to see somebody, go through the cage door. I want to see blood. I want to see these two beasts and behemoths go on top of the cage. Like, I want to see like absolute fucking destruction, and I want it to go at least 15 minutes. Like, if they are like talking about this match like it's gonna be the end all be all. Like, if you're talking about this match that way, you really need to book it that way. This needs to just not be a typical Brock Lesnar, 5 minutes or less match. They need to really like sell this shit. And like, I want to see fucking absolute carnage.
Especially if you're bringing up like the Broctagon, you're bringing up his combat sport being a UFC heavyweight championship, being a heavyweight champion. They better treat this like a real shoot fight. I agree.
This the first Hell in a Cell match since we had Punk and McIntyre at Bad Blood, and that is probably, besides Undertaker and Mankind, Mick Foley, that was probably the best Hell in a Cell match I feel like I've seen. So if this really like needs to live up to the hype of that, like this needs to fucking be absolute fucking destruction.
All right, who do you got winning?
I got to go my guy, Oba, man. Oba Femi is over as shit, bro.
Over. All right. What's your thoughts on this, Dan? What do you got for us?
So going into this match, I don't know if you guys are huge gamers for the listeners in the chat. I don't know if you guys have played this game either, guys. But this match, I think, is like, if you think of the game Gears of War with the Berserkers, I think it's just two of them going at it in a cage. So I want to go into this match saying like, I want a great match, not a great moment. And what I mean by that is like, if there's a great pop for one particular spot in the match, cool. But I want this match to be remembered because this is probably one of the most hyped up matches in the entire PLE. I'm saying both nights. So I'm going into this match with high sort of expectations. I'm going with Obafemi, just a long story short, because I don't think there's any upside to Brock winning. They've been pushing Obafemi ever since he's been on the main roster. The WWE creative has been behind him this entire time, having him win King of the Ring. I don't think having him lose to Brock Lesnar literally, I think a month and a half or so after winning the King of the Ring, holding that title, it's just not a great idea. I think I don't think Oba just should win. I think he will win. And it just should be, like I said earlier in the podcast, this should be one of the layup matches that it's so like silver platter in hand, like giving who should win this match. There's so many more options of with Obafemi winning. There's still stuff to do with Brock losing. So long story short, I have Obafemi. Just the dude is so over right now, dude. Like, why would you kill any sort of momentum? Like, why? Why in that? Like, why would you benefit Brock Lesnar winning so much that you would kill off one of your next Roman Reigns, dude? Like, this guy can hold the title for 1,350 days, you know?
Yeah, dude, there is no way in hell Obafemi loses to Brock Lesnar twice. I think Obafemi is destined to win this match. No doubt in my mind.
Sorry, Donnie. One more thing to add on to what you were saying and like what I was saying too. Like, I don't want a great moment. I want a great match. I want this to be a pretty decent, like long match too. I don't want this one to be a squash like the other two were. The other two matches were squashes, one on Brock Lesnar's side, one on Obafemi's side. That's cool. 1-on-1. It was literally called a rubber match at the Fanatics Fest, SummerSlam kickoff. So, like, just let them go all out. I don't want one person carrying the other. I want this to be one of the matches in the entire PLE. Sorry.
Agree. And I really hope that WWE doesn't shoot themselves in the foot here and put this on ESPN for free during one of the first two matches.
Are they doing that again?
With PLEs. They've been
Yeah,
doing
they're going to
that.
be doing it all the time.
It's just a way to get them to subscribe to ESPN Unlimited.
I
don't think that this match has to be the second to last match or debate event. It should be the debate event, but that is another debate for another day because I think you all agree with that. But I do think that this Hell in the Cell, it needs to bring back that brutality. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, they laid out the blueprint to how an old school Hell in the Cell match can still work in 2026. And I think Brock Lesnar and Undertaker back in 2015, they put on a really good Hell in the Cell match, and it was 18 minutes and 10 seconds. Look at me doing my stats and my homework, Dan Eddy.
Look at you.
I think that
it's so adorable.
If Brock Lesnar could go in the ring with Undertaker, and this is around the time where Undertaker was not the best in the ring, he could definitely go in there with a nice, fresh Obafemi for 15 minutes. It cannot be less than that. There better be good spots. There better be color. This, I don't care. I am going to be critiquing this like it is a final exam. You pass or you fail and you're being held back. There's no extra credit. There's none of that shit because I'm not going to give WWE the go. Like this match needs to fucking deliver on all cylinders. I don't
Angelo's
care.
Comment. He's saying that they're not doing the first hour free this time. And I think so too, because I haven't seen anything saying that.
Yeah, they haven't talked about that.
It's literally in 2 days.
But I'm just saying, Oba and Brock, because I know maybe I'm getting my expectations up a little too high, but I'm sorry. Paul Heyman, Triple H, all involved in this match have made me feel this way. And guess what? That is what you want in a fan. Triple H says, let's stop blaming creative. Well, guess what, creative? You know what to do. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre were able to do it, so I'm expecting Oba and Brock to do it. And it can't be a half-assed 5-minute match, which I do think that Triple H, he knows.
The thing is, they made this match as a Hell in a Cell for a reason.
Important.
Like, it can't be just a regular match inside of a cage. You know what I mean? There has to be more than that.
I don't want suplexes and F5s. I don't need choke slams from Oba. I want there to be violence.
Exactly.
Somebody hit somebody.
And the whole thing about this story is
we're everybody taking twisted.
A huge key point to this story is Brock Lesnar technically being afraid of Oba because we saw during the weigh-in, he locked the cage or whatever, so Oba couldn't get to him. Like that's what they're building the story on. So there's gonna be no running away unless they start this match. He locks the cage and he goes up to the top of the cage. Obafemi breaks the door off the cell. And then they start the match on top of the cage.
That'd be kind of thick. We haven't got that in years. I think going all the way back to Undertaker and Shane, WrestleMania 3.
I'm not, and no, I'm not saying somebody has to get thrown off the fucking cage like Mick.
No, we don't. We don't need to do that. All right.
But there's things you can do on top of the cage visually that make this match look really cool.
Agree.
Brock Lesnar is 2-0 with Hell in a Cell matches, but they were both against the Undertaker.
Yep, he had one in Ruthless Aggression and then 2015.
No Mercy in 2002 and then Hell in the Cell in 2015.
All right, well, here's our final answers that we have locked in for Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar, Hell in the Cell. We got all of us. We all have Obafemi beating Brock Lesnar. All right.
Oba.
Oh, and let me tell you, being at that Fanatic Fest, the SummerSlam kickoff, big pop. Oba,
you met him. How big is he in person?
Big. I love the way he says walrus too. Just want to put that out there. But yeah, dude, Oba is over. Oh my God.
He
love
was somebody
Oba
that
Femi.
I wanted to meet at Fanatics Fest if I was there.
You see, I met Oba because, like I said last week on our Fanatic Fest episode, which if you guys haven't listened to, go check it out. Man, Obafemi, I think his stock is just going to keep going up and up and up, and he's going to be one of those guys, just like Roman, just like Brock, where it's going to be impossible to beat him. So I might as well do it if I get the opportunity. That's what I did.
Yep.
All right, moving on to the main event of night one. We have for the WWE Undisputed Championship, CM Punk will be defending the title against Cody Rhodes.
I like parts of the story that they're telling. You know what I mean? It got a lot more interesting after Saturday night's main event, because like before then, like, you know, everybody's been clamoring over the promo that we saw before the Royal Rumble a couple years ago, whatever. But I feel like so much time has passed between then. But like, you know, so like at the beginning of this feud, it was, you know, brother this, brother that, like, you know, we're friends, we're gonna have a cool match, you know, for the title, whatever. But after Punk hit Cody Rhodes in the face with that belt, whatever, and then they squared off at the SummerSlam kickoff, which again you were at. You can see the vlog.
I wasn't there for CM Punk and Cody Rhodes.
Oh, you weren't? You left? Damn.
Yeah, I had to go meet Jade Cargill for my buddy Dan Eddy.
Anyway, go check out the vlog. It was cool. You got to plug, man. You got to plug. Nobody else got. We're not behind a multi-billion-dollar corporation, man. No motherfucker gonna promote us. But like when Punk pie faced Cody and then they grappled together at the SummerSlam kickoff, like I feel like that really like built up more interest within the story or whatever. Because like when you go into especially a main event of this caliber, like everybody's been talking about Cody Rhodes and CM Punk for years, and then you just go in, you know, just knowing that they're friends or whatever, and they're like, it's gonna be a cool match, you know, we're friends, we're brothers, we're this, we're that. Like, I need some kind of heat and some kind of intensity going into the match. If there isn't any of that, then it's just gonna be like nobody's gonna give a shit.
Who do you got winning?
I gotta go with Punk, and I see Cody Rhodes turning heel. I see us getting a Cody Rhodes heel turn. I see him dyeing his hair black. I see him having this badass attitude. That's what I see happening. I don't see Punk turning heel because we've seen that so many fucking times, and you've seen it once, you've seen it a billion times. I don't need to see that again.
And they'll do it again and again.
I need to see Cody Rhodes turn heel, and I need to see him trying to find different means to try and beat CM Punk in this match.
I'm sorry to tell you this, Daddy, but Cody Rhodes will not be turning his hair black like he did in that match against Brody Lee. It's just not happening.
Yeah, Danny, I fell for that trap. Don't do it.
Cody Rhodes
Let your emotions get the better of you.
Cody Rhodes is probably hands down the worst thing about WWE currently. So like you need to put it first. Cody Rhodes is fucking awful, bro. He's part of some of the worst segments on WWE. Fuck the kids. I don't give a shit about nobody and their fucking children. I care about adult-oriented television, and that's what we need. Like, if I could get Cody Rhodes calling CM Punk a fucking asshole, you know what? I will take it. Fuck the kids.
All right, what do you got for us, Dan Eddy, here?
Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Sorry, listen to. All right.
You see that, ladies and gentlemen? That's emotions. That's why Danny is not your champion.
Oh, my gosh. So, I'm going to just go right out the bat. I'm putting CM Punk retain the title. Michael Cole, I believe, said it at the SummerSlam kickoff show or sometime. I remember him saying that it's the summer of Punk 2.0, and you're not going to have him lose a title during SummerSlam. I think there's more booking options with Punk as champion, a lot, maybe more new faces. We'll see maybe one of them at night 2 possibly. And I think maybe post-match or maybe during the match and what makes Cody lose is Randy Orton returning. And people don't discuss this a lot, but when Randy Orton was coming after, the title or whatever, and, the whole storyline, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes going for number 15 or whatever. They never stopped and looked like they could be Randy Orton versus CM Punk, and Randy Orton going for his number 15 title back, in the future. So, who said it had to be against Cody to begin with? So I have the record here with singles matches. Cody Rhodes defeats CM Punk by a count out, and the match was only 4 minutes long back in December 29th of 2008. And then CM Punk defeats Cody Rhodes back before that in September 22nd in 2008. So really it's CM Punk 1-0 because the count out is not really a win-win, But
true.
that may be making me think that Cody Rhodes is going to win. I don't think so. I think CM Punk retains the title. He's going to keep on to it for quite a bit, maybe even past Survivor Series. Or there could be a cash in the Money in the Bank. I don't know. But I just think that there's a lot more options to do with CM Punk as champion. And who knows? Finn Balor, maybe. Kevin Owens can return. Randy Orton, just to name a few. Drew McIntyre, whatever. They can rehash that feud. So I think there's just a lot more options with Punk having the title.
I agree. I do think that CM Punk is going. Oh, that's the wrong graphic. Well, I had CM Punk locked in as my answer. Here's what I think is going to happen here. I do agree in some sense with what you're saying, Dan Eddy, with Randy Orton returning, because I could see that happening. He did attack Cody after their match at WrestleMania 42. So I think that Cody, they're going to want to find a way to get him out of the title picture. There's your perfect scenario. Let's get that Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes rivalry that we were supposed to get going into the road to this year's WrestleMania.
Yep.
And that's what I want to see with Orton and Cody, and it doesn't need a championship because there's history behind it.
Who said it needed a title with it?
Well, you see, the title was involved in the road to WrestleMania. This time around,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, when you look at it, there's no title that needs to be inserted in the picture.
And I think ever since CM Punk has come back, he has been acting. There's been a little bit of heel-like behavior. And I think that CM Punk is going to officially turn heel on Cody Rhodes because that opens up more opportunities, more doors to do different things. And that's the thing. Punk obviously wants this title run to be different than his World Heavyweight Championship. He already proved that he could be a fighting, solid babyface champion with that world title. So now I think going into SmackDown with this new attitude, the title falls from the sky. CM Punk is not one of those guys that immediately goes after the championship without earning it, unless he's a heel. And I think that CM Punk has been acting a little bit like a heel, and I think it's only a matter of time before he turns. What's the better place to do it than SummerSlam? Randy costs Cody, CM Punk takes advantage of the opportunity, and then going into the feud with Finn Balor, which I know we'll talk about him and Sammy going into night 2. I think that sets up the perfect program.
Yeah. Sounds boring to me.
Well, I'm looking at it from a WWE standpoint. Al, I'm sorry.
I feel like the only thing that
Cody's
really
not turning.
This match sucks.
I honestly do feel like without how bad WWE creative is and how predictable it has become, the one thing that they can do to really blow people away is having Cody Rhodes turn heel, because people were wanting it since he was in AEW.
But it's not happening. Not yet.
I don't think they're just going to take the title off Punk when he's only had it for 25 days.
Exactly.
He won it in July. We're in July still. I mean, it's August 1st, but still.
But even Matt said it here. If Cody turns heel, and the fans and the kids are going to be very, very sad.
Well, good. They can stop going to the fucking shows, and they can stop being a children's program, which it should have been. I'm sick of watching Raw and SmackDown and feeling like I'm watching a fucking children's fucking cartoon in the middle of the fucking Friday afternoon. Like that.
Well, maybe you need to go get yourself some Captain Crunch. You need to go get yourself some cereal. There you go. Maybe you'll enjoy
Dude,
it a little more.
Lucky Charms, bro.
Big Beasley ass dudes beating the fuck out of each other in the middle of a ring to settle a fucking some kind of hatred that they have for each other. It's not my idea of screaming, "Oh, this is made for children." The whole idea that WWE is predicated towards children and families is fucking retarded, and that's coming from somebody that is a father.
Dan Eddy is exactly.
I know.
the reason.
Trust me, I'm not. I know why. I just don't like it.
That's the reason, man. Unfortunately, that's.
You ever wonder
the
why
name of the
McDonald's still
game.
has their kids' toys and kids' meals?
But also, here's another thing. I collect wrestling figures, and we talk about this a lot in the wrestling figure community too. I love when we get first time in the lines. I love when we get new figures of new guys. But here's the thing. The line would be dead without having, you have to have your Cody Rhodes in there. You have to have your John Cena's, your CM Punks. You have to, because guess what? The casual parent is going to buy that figure over a first time in the line. Let's see, Steve Blackman. That's a good
Tyrus has a good point too.
I'll pull it up here. You want to read it, Dan?
Yeah, sure. If Cody turns, who is the top babyface to support the company? This must not be a cheap shock value moment that lasts for a month.
And remember, Jey Uso's kind of been acting a little bit like a heel. So, like, you got to have somebody in there marketing wise. And I think Cody, it just makes sense because Randy still has unfinished business with him. And I think that they're going to try to finish that story without celebrities. Try to repair the damage that they can't repair.
I really can't think of if Cody Rhodes turns heel, like who would be the next babyface or next to own or in the company?
Well, there's plenty of them. No, but there's plenty of them. LA Knight would be perfect, but guess what? WWE's not going to push him. You know why? In our main event, we have 4 guys that WWE continues to just push. And it's the same old thing over and
I'm
over
just
and
thinking
over and
like,
over again.
I'm just thinking like Cody Rhodes has literally been fucking getting kicked in the head and his ass beat since he came back to the company, you know, between The Rock fucking whipping him with a belt and all this. It's like, how much more can a man take before he finally fucking...
The dude won 2 Royal Rumbles in a row.
And he finished his story.
And he's been champion, I think, 3 times since he's come to the WWE.
No, but I get what Danny's trying to say. Like, he's not looking at the accolades. He's looking at it from a mental, like, side of it. And that's the thing, though, too. Like, I understand that. But at the same time, John Cena also took a lot of freaking abuse through the years being Super Cena. So, like, it just shows the kids that, like, you never give up. You say your prayers, you eat your vitamins. It's just one of those things. I know you don't like it. That's just unfortunately how it is. But let's read some of the Maniacs comments here, and then we'll get into night 2. We got Angelo. Here's my daddy take. The Punk is going to sell his soul to The Rock, and they will team up against Cody. Eric, Cody should dye his hair orange and dress up like Chester Cheetah. He makes being cheesy look pretty easy. Matthew, I think Triple H must booking Cody heel at SummerSlam. I can see Randy costing Cody. Tyrus, we could blame the top white face of the company. How boring is he? We all know it's the booking. It happened with Cena. No company turns the top face heel for the smirks, even if it's Cody. I think you meant Marks, but okay. Kimberly, I got Cody Rhodes win the title at SummerSlam, and he'll turn heel. Randy is not returning. All right. Well, there's a lot of scenarios that can
everybody's saying that Randy Orton left not because he's her or whatever, because he feels like WWE and TKO fucked up his WrestleMania match and booking because of the whole Pat McAfee thing and TKO getting involved. And like, there has to be a reason. Nobody's heard from Randy Orton in
wouldn't that be any more reason to come back and try to get it off of Punk?
Well, there just has to be a reason why he hasn't been.
Maybe it's time, because now being away, the longer he's away, because we have short attention spans in the IWC, we're gonna forget about what happened at WrestleMania.
And the dude's a snake. The snakes come out of nowhere. Like,
that's why Randy is under the radar. He's not talking to anybody about this return except probably one person, and that's Triple H.
Yeah,
not even TKO, which is why we don't hear anything about Orton, which is good, and I hope it stays that way. I want to be shocked. I want to be surprised.
To your point, Danny, it may seem predictable for us who are part of the IWC, but like, you gotta look at the casual fans' point of view as well. If people don't know much about what's going on Like people can be just tuning in for the first time. That's why
I
Paul
just,
Heyman
like-
introduces himself every single time he's on TV.
And you get the same
I just don't think
phrases.
it's gonna be beneficial for CM Punk to turn heel, especially since he's been a heel most of his career. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
during this return for WWE, he has not been a heel
He
yet.
came back
Yeah,
as a
but what's he
babyface.
gonna-
He
what's
came
he
back
gonna
in
do on the title?
2023.
Yeah,
It's
but
been
what's he
3 years.
gonna be talk? What's he gonna fucking talk bad about? He's gonna fucking bash TKO. All the fans are gonna fucking be on his side. How is that gonna make him a heel?
We'll have
Bash
to
how
find. We'll have
how
to find
horrible
out.
WWE is.
Look, we'll have to find out after SummerSlam, and we'll be talking about it live every Thursday on the We Are Wrestling podcast. All right. Well, we're gonna take a quick little break here from WrestleMania. Before we get into WrestleMania Night 2, we do need to hear Old School Phil and Ricky Knows Best predictions. So let's listen to Phil's first, and then we'll hear Ricky. Which they are still competing for the We Are Wrestling Thunder Championship.
We move on to night 2. Night 2. I am going to go with your boy, are cursed, Danhausen, because you cannot take the foot off the gas with him. May even be getting a little oversaturated. That segment on Monday was fucking horrible. We all know that. Gonna go with my boy Finn Balor because him and Punk make magic together, and I really want to see Punk take this home and face Finn again because that's a great match. Let's give it to Chad Gable. Chad Gable paid his dues and put on one of the best matches in company history for AAA and for WWE's AAA, and just of the year. El Grande and El Grande was incredible. So I'm gonna go Chad Gable getting his moment. I'm gonna go Baron Corbin. Penn just had a good run on for a while. It's something new. You can't bring someone back and have them lose right away like that. For the inaugural Women's Championship, or whatever it is, like the interim, my bad, I'm going to go with Dark Horse, Chelsea Green, and then Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. I'm going to go with Roman Reigns, possible Zilla 2 debut at SummerSlam. Someone usually comes. Let's see what happens. But my opponent, Ricky Knows Best. Ricky, you've been in the comment section. I've been in a ring. Ricky, if there's one thing you need to learn how to do right now, it's learn how to lose and like it, because that's what's going to happen. Because the biggest lesson you're going to learn this SummerSlam is that you don't know best. I do. Welcome to the first reign, bitch.
Damn!
Oh my God! We got a heel turn, ladies and gentlemen. In
Heel
the wrestling universe.
turn!
Old school Phil slept on the wrong side of the bed, apparently. But let's hear from Ricky Knows Best, the fan favorite. Phil's a cool heel, Tyrus said. Who's going to be the first champion?
Now let me get into night 2. Intercontinental Championship. El Penta and Chad Gable. I think Chad Gable walks out as Intercontinental Champion. He deserves this. El Penta's been good as IFE champion, but Chad Gable, he deserves this. I can't explain it too much, but I have Chad Gable winning that. Trick Williams versus Baron Corbin. I have Trick Williams retaining. Don't know why. But it's quite obvious. Right? No, I'm playing. Got Trick Williams winning. Dominic Mysterio versus Danhausen. The culture loses this one. If I had to pick, and he steals the match, Danhausen clearly takes it. He clearly takes it. Then we got Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn. This match right here I cannot call, but this is going to be a good match. Let me give this one, I want Sami to win it. My heart says Sami to win it, but I think Finn Balor might take it.
Ooh.
I think Finn Balor might get this one. No. I'm gonna say Sami Zayn's gonna take this one. I don't want to mess it up.
All right, he's locking in Sammy.
And then that 5-way women's match. I don't really know. I can't really pick that one. It's gonna be a little bit. It's gonna be a little difficult. I'm gonna say Jade Cargill off the rip.
Hell yeah.
And then the main event, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. I think Roman Reigns wins this one. Seth doesn't need a win right now, but Roman doesn't need it either, but I'd rather have Roman's momentum continue going. This is night 2. Let me know what y'all think. Peace. Ricky knows best. We are wrestling. Shout out to y'all.
Look at that.
That's my
Ricky
dog.
knows
Hey,
best for the
that's my
people,
dog.
for the culture.
For the culture.
You're my boy, Blue.
Culture vulture.
We love Ricky knows best. We love old school Phil, but we got our answers locked in. Here it is, official.
We gotta hear a promo from Ricky knows best, man. We gotta hear what he thinks about Phil, man.
He's chill. He knows he knows everything's been said. He doesn't need to say it.
Yeah, man. I think Ricky knows best is just focused. He's locked in. With
Ricky
that
doesn't have
Thunder
anything to prove.
Championship.
He doesn't need to talk shit.
He's the fucking Cody Rhodes of the We Are Wrestling family.
Do not say that, Dan. Do not say that. No.
Wait, what
do
did he say?
not say that.
What did he say?
You do not want Ricky to turn into Brock Lesnar. Do not say that. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a quick little aura story here, just to take a quick little break from SummerSlam predictions. Do not ever say, don't ever say he's the Cody Rhodes, because Ricky was torn apart when Cody Rhodes made his return to WWE at WrestleMania 38. He was not happy because Cody Rhodes created All Elite Wrestling with his buddies, and he pulled a Kevin Durant and went over to the championship team. Like when Kevin Durant left OKC, when they blew a 3-1, he went to the Golden State Warriors. Ricky compares Cody Rhodes to Kevin Durant. Do not say that. If you want to be on his bad side, Daddy, by all means, go right
That
ahead.
makes more sense.
I will
than
not
want
be
it
on
to
that
be.
bad side.
That is irritating how accurate that is, that Cody Rhodes is the Kevin Durant of the WWE.
Yeah, so do not compare.
Damn
Ricky
it, Donnie.
to Cody Rhodes. Maybe John Cena. John Cena's a good one. AJ, or you could do one of his 4 goats. He has 4 goats, Mount Rushmore. I can tell you right now off the top of my head. There's 4 guys. Kenny Omega, AJ Styles, Will Ospreay, or Leon Slater. If you want to be on his good side, compare him to one of those guys. Goats. But let's see here. Let's go, Ricky. Ricky knows best. How was the most predictable match on the show, the main event of your show? Even Ricky doesn't want to predict night 2. Phil might steal this. Ricky knows best. Man, Phil is a heel turn that came out of nowhere. And the tag team just debuted on AEW Collision, probably Motor City Machine Guns. But quick reminder to the Maniacs here that we are wrestling. We're going to be live for night 2 WWE SummerSlam. And we'll also be live for night 1. So if you are looking for somebody to watch this PLE with, We Are Wrestling, we got you covered. And Danny Huckins over on his YouTube channel will also have you covered as well on there. So we hope that you guys go back and forth, and both our chats will be interacting through both streams. Did they debut?
Yep.
Ooh.
All right. Motor City Machine Guns are all elite.
Nice.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to have to watch it and do a reaction video after this podcast. Oh,
Yeah,
Kimberly says Ricky sucks. Ooh, all right.
Them are fighting words.
We got a toss up, man.
Ricky knows
Heads
best,
and tails.
Kimberly. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, before we get into our
poke the bear,
that Phil heel turn literally came out of nowhere. So I think people are going to get behind that because it's unpredictable.
I think secretly.
Well, I want to ask you guys though, before we do get into our predictions, who do you have winning the Thunder Championship? Old School Phil or Ricky? Who are you rooting for?
I gotta go with Phil just because I feel like he watches the product. He pays a little bit more close attention than Ricky does. Ricky, like, he seems more into like the whole AEW and New Japan and stuff like that outside of like WWE. I don't think he watches like on a weekly basis like Phil may do. So I kind of gotta go with Phil just because he's more familiar.
And that's one thing I will say too, guys. The Thunder Championship is going to be one of those titles that is defended more often, and there's going to be challenge videos we're going to do that's going to be wrestling based. There might even be prediction challenges with the AEW title, with the AEW pay-per-views.
Oh my God, look at this. A new match has been added to the show. Donnie, we're going to have to hang you up, bro.
hang me on, hang
Dude,
the
I'm a
title
spider
on.
monkey. I would win that shit.
We'll hang you by your tidy whities.
Yeah,
up on the
our
pole.
fat asses are gonna try to get up on the turnbuckle. We're not even gonna be able to get up on the second one. Dan Eddy's
I'm
just
li-
gonna run up that thing and
I'm
grab
fast
it.
as fuck, boy.
He's gonna pull an LA Knight how he just jumps up on the top turnbuckle.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Who do you got,
Yeah.
Dan Eddy, winning this? Ricky or old school Phil?
Man, I want to say Ricky because I've known him longer, and I think he definitely knows best. Phil's got one of Phil's predictions is on the same side as me, and I mean we're gonna get to it, but you guys didn't pick them, but me and Phil did. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go with Phil because he's got more to prove. So he's hungry. He's more hungry.
Ricky is a little bit more established here, even though Phil did have a series, old school versus new school, with me for a couple episodes.
You know
Yeah.
both of these gentlemen very, very, very well. Who are you going with?
My head is telling me old school Phil, but my heart is in it with Ricky knows best, man. I got Ricky winning this, dude. I'm not turning my back on Ricky, man. All right. It might seem like this man has no idea what he's talking about when it comes to the WWE. Just because he critiques it, just because he hates it, doesn't mean he doesn't watch it. Because trust me, Ricky, you think I'm a hardcore fan? You think you guys are hardcore fans? I'm a dictionary. He's an encyclopedia. Ricky knows
I am
best.
a dictionary.
I would have never given that man the Ricky Knows Best nickname.
Oh, look at this.
So I got Ricky. But let's see what we have going on here. Damn. Phil needs to put over Ricky and announce the winner with a microphone. Oh, man, I love the competition here. I love this. All right, well, let's get into our SummerSlam predictions for night 2. Here we go for the We Are Wrestling World Predictions Championship. Getting into our first match here, we have the women's ladder match to determine a new interim WWE Women's Champion. Charlotte Flair versus Jade Cargill versus the United States Champion Tiffany Stratton versus Chelsea Green versus either Julia or Lash Legend. That will be determined on Friday Night SmackDown.
We know who it's going to be, Lash Legend, obviously. This match pretty much came out of nowhere because Rhea Ripley, she is some kind of tendon tear or ACL or whatever. So instead of just taking the title off of her and then her potentially going into a story when she comes back to try and get the title back, which would make a lot more sense, they're just going to have an interim champion until she does come back, and it's going to be champion versus champion, and we are going to be getting Rhea Ripley win that match, obviously. Extremely predictable. So there's really not much of a story going into this match. My winner, I picked Charlotte Flair, and I usually don't do this, and it's not necessarily going to count at all. My dark horse has to be Chelsea Green, man, because like I love Chelsea. She's phenomenal. She's one of the best things about SmackDown. Everything that she does, I feel like is gold, and there has to be a reason why they put her in this match. So that's
Fair.
what it is.
Your turn, Dan.
So, I have Chelsea Green winning, and I'm gonna pull ahead of you guys. I'm officially locking in Chelsea Green as the winner because first, like whoever wins between Julia and Lash Legend, they're not gonna win. Like, let's just put that out right now. Julia's held the title. She's held the title for 2 times now.
Well, that was United States champion.
Yeah, that was the
United States champion, world champion. They're not going to do anything with her. Lash Legend, not there yet as far as singles competitively go. Chelsea or Tiffany Stratton's already champion. She's already the U.S. champion. So unless they do double champion with somebody who they fucked up the last 3 title reigns of hers,
should have been in that spot.
But as far as Charlotte Flair and Jade Cargill, I love me some Jade. Wow, I messed up.
Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair are going to cancel each other out. They're going to have a singles feud to settle that thing out. Maybe it's for the title later on. Who knows? So they cancel each other out, and that leaves Chelsea Green. I think Chelsea Green, even if it's an interim champion, it's gonna be a great pop. This match has no long-term storylines. It has name value. People say it's a cash grab. I don't think so. I think it's more of just like, hey, look at this card. Great name value here. It's like, Donnie, when I'm playing, if I play you in NFL fantasy football, I'll trade you all the great players that have great name value. But in the return that I get is going to be much better. Like, I'll do that to you. But as far as this match goes, Chelsea Green has nothing to lose, guys. Charlotte Flair can get her title. That's cool. Number 15, I believe.
It will be 15, yes.
Jade Cargill has had her title. I want her to keep the title once she gets it later on, because I'll always be a fan of hers. Tiffany Stratton's already champion. Like, what are we doing here? Are we going to do a double champion or not? I don't think there's any momentum with her going into this match already being champion. Julia has already had a title reigns. Maybe she gets it for a little bit. Lash Legend, I don't see her winning if she goes into this match as part of the 5.
Not
Cool.
ready yet.
Not ready yet. I would like to see her champion, see her as champion in the future. Not saying I'm not a fan. I don't know. Like, a little voice in the back of my head is thinking like this could become a 6-person tag or a ladder match. If the person returning comes in, maybe they're winning it. I don't know. My first thought was Naomi. I don't know if she's going to return or not. I think it's going to be just stick as a 5-person team or ladder match. Chelsea Green, like I said, is going there with nothing to lose. She's been getting momentum with matches on SmackDown in the last few weeks. I have been watching more than the highlights, Danny Huckins. And I think that it's time that if they put the title on Chelsea Green, whether it's short term or long term, who knows? Maybe her and Rhea Ripley can have a great match. Like, it's time. Chelsea Green, people don't remember, or people tend to forget, she went in the match or the ring with Penta, dude. Like, she put on a great match to Penta. And
if people saw a lot of her outside work, they would be.
If she can do that, and if people saw her outside work, like you said, Donnie, yeah, like, there is no reason why she can't go up against Charlotte Flair in the future, against Rhea Ripley, against, Jade Cargill, against all these great names. Like, it's not silver platter, but it's some sort of a dark horse, like Danny Huckins said. And my boy Phil, I'm going for the points too. But also, I would like to see Chelsea Green as champion because it's due. And if she, like, one more time, if she has the title as an interim, what's to say that they can't have a match with Blake Monroe?
Not ready yet. She needs more time on the main roster.
More time, maybe. I'm not saying she would win it against Chelsea Green, but like, they need more than just, silly backstage moments. She hasn't had a match yet, dude. Has she?
Yeah, but you see, that's why she hasn't had a match yet on SmackDown. So why are we going to throw her into the women's world championship?
Maybe not. Maybe time will tell later on in the future. But I'm just saying, like, there can be something going on with Chelsea Green as champion.
Look, I have her also as my dark horse here because it is one of those feel-good moments. And I feel like regardless, that's what we're getting in this match, is a feel-good moment. And that's why I also had to lock in my answer with Charlotte Flair, because she has won the fans over. And I could see WWE rewarding her by giving her the championship. But then again, Dan Eddy, you made some very good points, because they could just cancel each other out, Jade Cargill and her, because they do have that feud. Doesn't necessarily need a championship involved. I think Chelsea winning, that's also a massive shock factor. A lot of people are definitely not going to think about that. So I definitely feel I'm leaning more towards Chelsea, but obviously I had Charlotte locked in.
Join me.
What
Come
if
to the dark side?
Chelsea Green has been having an on-screen thing with Tiffany Stratton lately? What if this leads to a feud between them and Chelsea Green is in this match to inadvertently cost Tiffany Stratton this match or whatever, and Charlotte Flair ends up winning, leading to
so she
a
focuses
feud
on the United States belt,
leading to a feud with Tiffany Stratton for the U.S. title.
But you see, I like that idea, but at the same time, like they're starting to turn Chelsea Green face because of how great she's doing at her character.
Oh yeah.
And they just established that relationship with Tiffany and Chelsea. I would kind of want that to play on TV a little bit longer. Maybe eventually Tiffany turns on Chelsea because she's jealous that Chelsea won the championship. I don't know. But like then again, like Rhea Ripley, it also makes a good case too. Because like Rhea Ripley beats Chelsea Green. That doesn't necessarily like bury Chelsea.
There's obvious.
Oh, and remember her husband, Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, WrestleMania 32. Nobody expected that man to win the Intercontinental Championship in that ladder match. He won it, and then you know what happened? The following night on Raw, he lost it to The Miz. So that could always be a situation with Chelsea, too. She could win the belt, go to SmackDown, maybe loses it to Kiana James or loses it to somebody.
Oh, yeah. Like, either way, she's not going to have the title for a long time. It's the interim champion.
It's going to be a feel-good moment.
Yeah. So, and what I want to add on to it, this is a match where there's obvious booking options, but it's not so predictable as some of the other ones are. You know what I mean?
But I will say this also. I have another dark horse that we haven't talked about. I think Julia probably does beat Lash Legend. She goes into this match and does win. Gets a big moment here because think about it. Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, they cancel each other out. Tiffany, Chelsea, they're building a little bit of a relationship. That cancels each other out. They've been going at it. All four of them women have been going at it. They could cancel all each other out. And then next thing you know, they don't really have a direction for Julia. So guess what? You have her win the championship. You can rewrite your wrong with how bad her United States Championship title run was. And then when Rhea Ripley comes back, you have a solid interim champion that's going face to face, going against her. And I think that has some money written on it because they did go pretty quick with Stephanie getting the women's world championship. So what makes you think that they probably won't do that with Julia? I think Julia is a dark horse that I think a lot of people are thinking about in this.
I'm saying I'm going to say this, like if she wins, I'm not going to be mad at all. Like I will actually be really happy for her winning it because I want to see her do great because they haven't, like you said, you're right, Donnie. They haven't really done anything with Julia. And with Last Legend either winning or losing, if Last Legend beats Julia tomorrow and then gets into this ladder match, I don't see her winning still because like I said, she's not ready.
Not ready yet.
The feel-good moment with Chelsea Green.
Her Charlotte, dude, I think we're just going to get a feel-good moment. And that's why, like, I don't know. Number 15 right now just seems right. Like, I remember when Eddie couldn't fucking stand Charlotte. I couldn't either for the longest time. But ever since they just let her be herself, teaming with Alexa is probably the best thing that's ever happened to her career.
To that,
and I feel like with the fans getting behind her, that also is another feel-good moment because for the first time in Charlotte's career, out of all 15 title runs that she's had, this is going to be one of those where a lot of the fans aren't going to hate it as much.
Yeah.
No, they're not going to hate it, but I just feel like if this is going to be for her,
the fact that Daddy could say, yeah, that tells me what I need to know.
This just feels like a cheap way for her to get the number 15 title.
She's earned it, I think.
And like, I don't necessarily know. I don't necessarily know if this is gonna play into anything or not. But I don't really know if I should be bringing this up because it doesn't really have much to do with the show and
do it
not
for the gram.
relative. But like,
do it for the culture.
Yeah, for the Vine.
Charlotte Flair just went through that loss with that child that she was like hanging out with, the one that made her gear for Survivor Series last year. Like, you know, she like became really good friends with the family. You know, she took the family to Disneyland. Like she was really like there, you know, in the weeds, so to speak, with the family during this whole thing. And, you know, that kid just died. Yeah, Scarlett. Like, so what if they give Charlotte this win as a sort of like a tribute to Scarlett? That, like, you know, I don't
Didn't they already have their moment, though, with her and the little girl when she
they have had plenty
for Charlotte?
They have had plenty of moments. I don't think
you got to think outside of Unreal, Danny. You got to think outside of that because they that they don't go off of whatever was in Unreal. They
But you see,
use
but, like-
Unreal to right their wrongs.
But you see, like, my reason, like, why, like, my reasoning is different than Danny's. It does break my heart, though, that, like, Charlotte isn't going to be there. Like, if this moment does when this moment does happen, because I do think
Oh yeah,
that
she's gonna
Charlotte
take
will
on
get
time.
number 15 at some point. Like, wish Scarlett would be there because she is Charlotte's number one fan out
Yeah.
there. But I just think that, like, my reasoning why I do feel like this is a feel-good moment is because Charlotte's never had almost everybody behind her. And this is the one time you do. And also, her winning the championship, that could finally open the door with a heel Alexa Bliss, because I think now is the time to pull the trigger on that. And there you go. We got something.
But what
Charlotte
if Alexa
Flair-
Bliss
Charlotte-
causes Charlotte Flair
Char-
losing?
Nope. Charlotte Flair wins the title.
Alexa
She's
wants the belt.
celebrating. Alexa Bliss runs out, congratulates her. When Charlotte Flair has her back turned, Alexa sets her up for the Sister Abigail, lays her out, turning her heel.
Never agree
Or-
with Eddie.
Or hear me out. I did mention there could be a sixth person in the ladder match. What if Alexa Bliss is that sixth person?
That would be quite a shock, and her winning the championship over Charlotte. That'd be kind of cool.
Just saying.
Wouldn't be against
If-
that.
If that
Oh, we're
happens,
going-
then you have Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green.
But you see, as of right now, we don't know that, so we can't really speculate anything there.
Five is just a
also-
weird. Five is just a weird number. I'm sorry.
You also-
I'm a
you
stats
also-
guy.
It is.
You also got to look
agree.
at the fact that whoever this is going to be is eventually going to be in a match with Rhea Ripley. And, like, what is the biggest marquee match you can do? Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley.
But then again, if Chelsea Green, the dark horse, because guess what? If there wasn't a championship involved and I was putting my emotions involved here, I would pick Chelsea Green because she is my
Chelsea
favorite.
Green,
I
story-wise,
love
would be the best
Chelsea
option.
Green.
I'm
I
going with
love Chelsea Green.
Green.
I want her to get that moment, and I feel like this is the
Yeah.
perfect time, perfect place to do that.
Yes.
And also, her going against Rhea, that's not going to affect her because she could take that loss.
We
But
are
it's also
saying
not going to
that
affect Rhea.
whoever wins this is automatically going up against Rhea Ripley. There is time
are.
because Rhea Ripley is going
Yeah,
to be
there's
gone.
time.
There's
No, but
time.
here-
Yeah, but
Rhea
it's
Ripley's not
already
going to
been
challenge them the next day. I'm
It's
saying
pretty
if
much
whoever
all-
wins this title can still lose it before Rhea Ripley comes back for her title.
True.
So it can still be
And,
Charlotte
and
Flair.
remember,
I
and
get your
remember, too,
point of the
that
feel
Zack
good moment
Ryder,
with
WrestleMania
Charlotte
32.
Flair is like going to have a great moment with the little girl who passed. And I can see that happening as well. But at this time, it's not like Rhea Ripley's going to come back on Monday Night Raw and challenge whoever wins the title for her title back.
down.
She's going to be gone for a while. That's the whole reason for this match.
All right, you know something that I feel like we all can agree on right now? I hate this interim championship bullshit. Just
Yeah,
strip
this
the
shouldn't- this
fucking
shouldn't
title
have
off of Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
I remember when AEW first introduced an interim championship. Oh my god, that got my blood freaking boiling. I hated it.
Remember when
hated it,
WWE
hated it.
had a thing to
I
where
know
you
in
had
mixed
to...
look, I know in mixed martial arts they do that. I understand with the interim championship, but I'm sorry, but in wrestling it just doesn't work.
Remember when WWE used to have that clause in the contracts or whatever that you have to defend your title every 30 days? They need to go back to that.
Agree. Liv hasn't even defended the championship in 100 days. On
But
TV.
also, that's kind of WWE
104.
creators' fault as to why the fucking division is absolute shit. So
yeah, no, I agree.
this is why you get rid of the fucking brand split, bro. Like, there's
Well,
no need.
I
for
don't
it.
even believe there's a freaking brand split anymore at this point.
No.
But like, we really just do, because guess what? Being an interim champion doesn't mean you're the actual champion. So it's like, if Chelsea gets this moment, like,
That's
is
what
it
I'm
really a
saying.
moment?
It's like, thank you for participating. Here's your second place trophy. Regardless who
Here's your
wins, it's always
precipitation trophy.
it's gonna be second place because Rhea Ripley is still the champion.
I hated that AEW did this, and I never thought in a million years WWE would do something like this. I am so disappointed.
I'm just
They're petty
hoping
as
that
fuck.
I'm just hoping that they're doing this because Rhea Ripley's coming back sooner rather than later. Like,
I don't care if
I
she's
know.
not healthy.
I
she
know.
wins the title.
I'm with you. But if Rhea Ripley, say, comes back in a couple of weeks, is better than if she comes back in 6 months and they still don't strip her of the title.
Didn't she say she was going to come back sooner or later, but then had a setback with her knee?
There was something with the
She
setback.
tore her ACL, but
something
apparently
unexpected
she didn't need
happened.
surgery. Apparently she didn't need surgery.
And then that's why they had the ladder match. I think they were going to have just something else. But
Well, the original plan, I know, if Rhea was healthy, it was going to be her defending the belt against Jacy Jane. That was what was supposed to happen.
She could be the sixth person.
And they didn't even
Well,
bother
not
to put
anymore.
Jacy Jane in this
I know.
fucking match so she could potentially win to have that match with Rhea.
Maybe they just want a bigger bowl. I don't know.
I don't understand.
All right. Well, here's our final answers that we do have locked in. All right. Well, Danny
we're doing this.
locked in. Charlotte Flair. Dan Eddy locked in Chelsea Green. I locked in Charlotte Flair. But before we get into our next match, do want to read some of these comments and we'll move on.
We got 19 people watching on YouTube, man. I appreciate you guys.
We got 26 total people, man. We're across X, Facebook. We appreciate you guys. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button now. Hype the video up, like it.
Hype the video, yeah.
Chelsea Green is the most wasted talent in WWE. She is muddy.
Agree, bro.
Alex Johnson has Charlotte Flair winning. We're going to try to fly through this. I could see them giving it to Jade, but give it back to Rhea. Or Charlotte wins and gets screwed by Bliss against Rhea. That could happen. Kimberly, I got Charlotte Flair winning the title at SummerSlam. All right.
One more point to your idea, Donnie, about
have a good night, Matt.
Wouldn't it add the momentum to the split if Alexa Bliss causes Charlotte Flair to lose it?
I think she wants the belt, so why not have her go after the belt?
Yeah, because if Charlotte Flair wins the title and Alexa Bliss, turns on her, that could lead to a feud and potential for Alexa Bliss to get the title. So,
well, it's going to be interesting. This is why I love multi women or men matches, because really anything can happen, because there is so many different roads that they can go.
When there's a stipulation like this, when it's different kinds of matches, it's a lot more fun.
It's just kind of insane that they're doing this ladder match now when, in the beginning of October, they're going to have Money in the Bank. So it's kind of weird.
I like this. I love me a good ladder match, so
I do too, but not this close to Money in the Bank.
This is for a championship. Money in the Bank is different.
2 months.
Yeah, come on, 2 months. Come on, that's plenty of time.
WrestleMania was 2 months ago.
Yeah, we had a ladder match at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
that's right.
Fucking Penta retained, dude.
All right, let's move on to the next match we have here on the card for the United States Championship. Trick Williams versus the returning Baron Corbin.
I like that Corbin is back. I like that they sort of gave him, his original gimmick back.
Bring back the original theme.
Yeah, bring back the original theme. I don't think they will, because that theme was made by, oh God, what the fuck's his name?
Jim Johnson?
Yeah, Jim Johnson. And WWE apparently they don't want anything to do with him anymore, so that's why they aren't giving it back. I gotta, as much as I like Trick, and I've even gone on record to say I love Lil Yachty being with him, because I feel like he had so much to the overall presentation of Trick. When they both come out together, they play out really well, together when they're doing the promos, and, Lil Yachty really hypes Trick up, and I love that. I gotta say, I feel like Corbin is gonna win. I just don't see how you can bring this guy back and have him lose his first match. And I hate the fact that this match was made after SmackDown went off the air. Because Trick was in a number 1 contenders match for the title or whatever. And after SmackDown went off the air is when Corbin attacked him. They didn't do it during the match on the actual show, which really pisses me the fuck off. Way to kill somebody's momentum. So I feel like this match literally means absolute nothing. But I just can't see them bringing back Corbin just to fucking lose his very first match. So as much as I hate it.
Okay.
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 I have whooped that Trick with Trick Williams retaining. As much as I love Baron Corbin, I've always been a fan of him, no matter if he's happy Corbin or boring as hell Corbin or King of the Ring Corbin. I just did. Yeah, Baron Corbin did come out of nowhere. Like, I wasn't even thinking he was going to come back to WWE this year. And then a month ago, I heard rumors, and then all of a sudden he's here. But his first win, like his first match back, I can see him losing because the Trick Williams is like a star, dude. Like, he has the whole spinning podium. He's featured on ESPN everywhere.
You want to say
Corbin could be there just to elevate Trick Williams as a younger superstar. Like, that's all he could be.
What is Trick Williams?
Money.
No. Over.
Oh, yeah, that too. He's still over. Yeah. I've been seeing people spam in the chat saying like Melo has been fooled twice now or screwed twice. Yeah. My very slim chance of this becoming a triple threat by tomorrow night, doubtful. But like Ilya Dragunov, Melo, Carmelo Hayes, they're screwed. Like, it sucks because Ilya Dragunov is what probably the least booked superstar, like terribly booked. Anyways, Trick Williams retains. I think the WWE machine is behind him at this point. Like I said, he's featured everywhere on ESPN. His entrance is fucking phenomenal. I just don't see them taking the title off Trick anytime soon. Like, there's still the unfinished business with Melo. He can be involved in the match, maybe try to help Trick Williams lose or help Baron Corbin win. I don't know. Like, there's so much stuff to do with Trick Williams as champion still.
So when it comes to Trick versus Corbin, of course, emotionally, Corbin coming back needs to win, needs to get the championship. He just came back, and he's somebody that has had a very successful career in WWE. Just never won the big one, but he was pretty close multiple times. He is also a former United States champion. But knowing the system, knowing WWE, this Corbin is here to make Trick look better because that's what Corbin's the best at doing. I have Trick Williams retaining the championship. I just don't see Corbin winning. I hope it happens. I hope I'm wrong with this because I do think that Corbin getting a championship right away, it's going to make us actually take him seriously, which I do think is very important. But I think Corbin coming back to WWE, it's not going to be winning world championships and stuff. He's here to put over the new guys, the stars of tomorrow, because guess what? In order to put over the stars of tomorrow, you have to have established stars. That's why Nia Jax came back to WWE, ladies and gentlemen, because the NXT women's division, they needed somebody to work with that can help them get put over. Nia Jax was the perfect person to do it. And that's what Corbin's here to do. I hate that that's the case because I love Baron Corbin to death, but I can't look at this emotionally. And obviously, Trick Williams, he's got a lot of momentum. You got Little Yachty, somebody outside of wrestling. Trick is doing all the media right now. And of course, he's going to have a lot of eyes, more eyes on that championship than Corbin. Got to go with Trick.
What if I definitely agree, and I do. Part of me does.
Wait,
think
real
that
quick.
Trick is gonna end up
Angelo,
winning.
Nia actually won the title, though. She did, but you have to understand that when it comes to the men's division, there's a lot more competitors going after the title. Right now, it's what? You got Trick Williams. We got Trick Williams as champion. You got Corbin, Ricky, and Melo. 3 people right now going after the title. Ilya's going to come back any day now. He's going to go after the belt.
Go ahead, Danny, because I got a point too.
What if Corbin is on the verge of losing, so he uses an equalizer or whatever and causes a DQ, and this is the first of maybe 2 matches or something, and the next match can be like a street fight or something. That way Corbin can lose, Trick retains the title, but he doesn't eat a pin.
I love that idea. I wouldn't be mad at that finish. But what's
Yeah, I
your
wouldn't be
point,
mad at
Dan?
either. I was gonna say, like we're all here to see Trick Williams succeed. We're all here because we're Baron Corbin fans.
Yeah.
People wouldn't lose any sort of their fandom if Baron Corbin loses. People are still going to be fans of them. Why not see one of their favorite wrestlers put over a younger superstar in the making in Trick Williams? If Baron Corbin loses, that only helps not only him, but also Trick Williams. Because if you think about it, Trick Williams as champion has got Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, now Baron Corbin, Ricky Saints, a lot of other people that are going after that title. That's 4 right there. And if this puts Trick Williams even more over, that just helps WWE in the long run. I think this will be a great pop and this will be a great match. We'll get to see the end of days of Baron Corbin, like not career-wise, but like the move. I realized I came out wrong. The end of days wrestling move in the match.
One of the best finishers.
Yes.
Imagine Trick kicks out to that. That'd be huge
That's
for him.
literally what I was about to
That'd be
say. It
wild.
was on the tip of my tongue. Yeah.
But you see,
that.
like,
We'll see Trick Williams winning because at the end of the day, that just makes a great match altogether.
agree. And that's also another thing, like, I want to add to what you're saying, because everything you said was spot on, like, very spot on. The reason Baron Corbin's back is because he is one of those guys that knows how to take a loss, but it doesn't necessarily bury him.
No,
Because he's so good at getting
he's a
that
great
guy.
seller too.
He's so good at getting that guy to the next level. That's why Baron Corbin has always
pushes
been
him.
in that position, and
Yeah.
why he got rewarded with a lot of different opportunities throughout his WWE run. But let's see what we have here. So for our final answers to lock in, Danny, you got Baron Corbin winning the championship. Dan Eddy and myself, we have Trick Williams retaining the U.S. title. Let's get into the next match on the card. We have a Human Buddies on a pole match. Danhausen versus Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
Is it really who your money's on a pole match?
Yes, it is. It's official.
This
I can't believe, I want to know what Vince Russo thinks about this, because like he's gotten so much shit from the IWC all of these years for doing like Viagra on a pole match, like doing stuff on a pole match.
Oh,
So I'm curious to see like what people think about this. I love it.
this
Poor Dom.
and the fact that I would love to know what Undertaker has to say about this, and what Undertaker honestly thinks about this, because Dom is AAA mega champion, and he's in this, and he's gonna lose to a fucking dude in makeup. It's gonna be a match. It's gonna be a match.
What did you have for your answer?
I have Dominic Mysterio winning, because he got put to a table at Saturday night's main event. So I just, he's got to get one up on Danhausen somehow, and that's what I see. I don't know.
You don't think he got the one off with that horrible segment with him and Ryan Garcia beating Hausen up?
I choose to forget that. That never happened. I don't know what I don't know what you watched, man. But I never saw that. I don't know what you're talking about. Ryan, who is he? That dude that was feuding with fucking Logan Paul over drugs? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. But I think my thumbnail for my reaction to that segment says everything you need to know. So bad for the audio listeners out there that can't see. What do you got for us, Dan Eddy? Who do you got winning this? And how you feel?
Sorry, I'm yawning because
he's yawning too. See, it's not just me.
But no, I got 3 words. The streak continues.
No,
because I think Danhausen is winning. If you guys look at it in this out of the box perspective, not just what's happening in the ring, Dominic Mysterio has been busy in AAA, so there's that.
Yep.
He's been given the Sami Zayn route. If you guys think back at it, embarrassing match loss. So-called the rock bottom, no pun intended.
Oh, real quick. I'm sorry. Wait, real quick. Sorry for interrupting, but I totally messed up the graphic. I did double check your locked in answers. You did have Danhausen.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Like I said, he's been given the Sami Zayn route. If you guys remember, he had that embarrassing match loss against the cast of Jackass in WrestleMania 38. And then the match will have shenanigans this weekend with Danhausen and Dominic Mysterio, and Judgment Day coming in to help. Dominic Mysterio joins the faction. He's joining Omos and what's his name in AAA right now. And then he's going to come back to superstardom in the near future. So he's given the Sami Zayn route because Sami Zayn joined the Bloodline, had a match with Kevin Owens to get the tag team titles, and then he ultimately left the Bloodline, and now he's this big star again. Dominic Mysterio is given the same thing. So he's having this match with Danhausen. Danhausen is going to win because they can't kill the streak anytime soon. His curse literally made the New York Knicks win the championship after 53 years.
Bro, he got so fucking lucky with that.
But at the same time, you knew it was going to happen anyways. But like I said, Danhausen is going to win this. He's completely over with the fans right now. He's one of the best things WWE has got going on. He's featured in segments with regular ESPN commentators, like on regular shows. Like he just shows up and then gives like the top 10, whatever.
Have you guys seen that fucking hideous ice cream truck that they're having around Minneapolis this weekend?
Yeah,
I did.
That thing is fucking horrific, bro.
Where did you find that picture?
That's like a fucking horror movie or something.
You see the hot dog truck and you still eat hot dogs.
I found that ice cream truck on the We Are Wrestling Facebook page.
Ooh.
Yeah,
nice.
So guys, if you're not following We Are Wrestling over on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok, go give us a follow.
But,
we post cool things like Danhausen's ice cream truck.
Like I'm saying, like there's an idea because WWE tends to repeat themselves, and I can see them giving Dominic Mysterio the Sami Zayn rub from a few years back. And he's doing things in AAA right now. I don't think he needs the win anyways in this matchup. So like Danhausen winning doesn't affect either Dominic Mysterio or Danhausen to begin with.
Oh, I thought Daddy was like wheeling his chair out of the way because he was embarrassed that he picked.
Nah, my wife is in the room.
All right, well, I had to go with Danhausen here. This is like the most easiest prediction of the entire thing. I don't know what the hell you were thinking, Daddy, giving it to Dirty Dom. I think that it's obvious Danhausen's going to win, especially if it's human buddies on a pole match. He just got attacked on Raw by Ryan Garcia, Dirty Dom, JD. So, of course, he's going to win.
My only concern about this match is Dominic Mysterio could potentially win and grab the human monies from the pole because him and JD have been trying to get the human monies back from Danhausen. So I can see that if Dominic Mysterio wins, then Danhausen will uncurse them. That's the only thing I can see happening. But I don't think Dominic's going to win.
I don't know, but Daddy pretty much had Dirty Dominic Mysterio. And
Dirty
Daddy
Dom.
and I had Danhausen winning this match. Whoop. There we go. We're back. All right. Which let's read some of the comments here from the Maniacs. Kimberly, I got Danhausen winning at SummerSlam, and not Domino's Mysterio at all.
Domino.
I like that. All right. Alex Johnson, Danhausen wins, and then after SummerSlam, WWE should die down on how many segments Danhausen is in. They do kind of have to dumb it down a little bit because Danhausen works better that way.
Jonathan Coachman, I was listening to him the other day, and he seems to think that Danhausen should be taken off of TV and only do like special appearances and sort of like as an ambassador role for WWE.
Nah, you got to have him on TV, but just
bro,
lower the segments.
There was one Monday Night Raw. I think it was not this week, the week before. Right, he was in 4 segments.
Yeah, so like cut it down to 2, and we're fine. All right, moving on now to the next match we have here on the card. One I'm looking forward to for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Penta will be defending the IC title against Chad Gable.
This match is one of the matches I'm really looking forward to this weekend. I've been a fan of Chad Gable for a long time. There's a lot. People may not seem to think so because WWE, like a lot of their storytelling is convoluted for the most part. But this has been one long continuous story. Chad Gable had Penta's very first WWE match, which, he ended up losing, causing him to turn into El Grande OG. Then that led to him, feuding with, Kaiser El Grande. They had that great mask versus mask match. Now he understands the tradition and the legacy of luchadors, and he respects it, and he, appreciates it after experiencing everything that he's experienced. He won that the number one contenders match to finally get another match with Penta. Like, this has been one long continuous story. This is one of the best stories that WWE has told in years, I think, besides like the Bloodline. I gotta go with my guy Chad Gable. He's never won a singles title in WWE. He's in Minneapolis. He's in his hometown. His family's gonna be there. Like, WWE just posted a vlog today of him like going back to his old high school and his childhood home, and showing him cooking for dinner for his kids, and he had custom like with the Vikings color, Minnesota Vikings. He had custom boots made for SummerSlam this weekend, and he actually had boots made for his son. You know what I mean? So they can have matching boots or whatever. Like a very a heartfelt moment and a very wholesome video. I definitely recommend you guys check that out. But I mean, he 100% is winning that fucking title this weekend, and I cannot fucking wait. And I'm gonna be the biggest fucking cheerleader because this guy fucking deserves it, bro. Like, he is like how people thought of Kurt Angle when we were kids. That's who Chad Gable is.
He is a kid Kurt Angle.
Like Chad Gable's 100% winning. So
yeah, as much as I love Penta, I still want to get his mask. Like, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, not all time, but you know what I mean. I have to go with Chad Gable winning. This is what I was talking about before. Like, this is one of those layup, slam dunk booking decisions like WWE should definitely capitalize on. And Danny touched base on it. Like, this is a full circle story finishing moment, like the culmination. The title Gable was trying to chase before it, got corrupted. He was fighting Penta, led down the path to learn the dark arts of the luchadors, and then in return, during that time, he was, sort of being humbled, and when he came back to WWE, he was, righting his wrongs. And like, it just sets up to have one of the most massive pops, potentially up there with the whole mask versus mask. Like, we knew who was winning then. I feel like we know who's winning now. It's one of those things, like, it's his hometown, like Danny Huckins said, like, it's his home state of Minnesota. Like, it's just time. He's never won the singles title, I believe. This just adds to the question too. If when Gable wins, like, who will be the better booker, Undertaker or Triple H? That's my only concern. But as much as I love Penta, like, I love the guy. I kind of agree with whose comment was it? Alex Johnson's. Chad Gable wins, and then Penta goes up to the main event scene on Raw. Like, I agree. Like, that could, be really cool.
And in the Triple H era, they have done that a lot, where somebody loses the Intercontinental title, and then they do go into the bigger matches, like the Seth Rollins, and
it could be like another Rey Mysterio when he beat somebody like Brock Lesnar back in the day, for the world title, and like he had the world title for a little bit, and
it's just time. Like, this should be
feel good moment.
This is so predictable that, like I said earlier, like,
but it's a good predictable.
We're starting to predict like when WWE fumbles, their booking. Like, we're trying to predict that now these days. It's sad that we're doing that, but like, it's one of those so predictable matches that you almost feel like WWE is going to find a way to shoot themselves in the foot.
I don't think that's going to be.
That happens.
They
but
can't.
I'm going Chad Gable.
They can't. If there's one time I'm going to go for Gable, it's right now. I don't care. I'm putting my emotions out there. Chad Gable needs to win the Intercontinental Championship. I have been such a big fan of his, going all the way back to Black and Gold NXT, teaming with Jason Jordan, friggin' American Alpha. Loved Gable. And I've been rooting for him, like, even when, like, WWE gave him that shitty Shorty G gimmick. That was an awful Vince idea.
I liked that Shorty G segment.
Of course you did.
Of course you and Rage did. Not surprised me.
You like Jay Cargill, so that's all I need to know.
Hey, a lot of people like Jay Cargill.
But you see, here's the thing about Chad Gable. This is just the time. And I always say this, and I've been saying it since the very first episode of the We Are Wrestling podcast when it was a talk show. Timing is everything. And when is there a better time for Gable to win the championship than right freaking now?
Yeah,
there isn't. So I really do think that this is going to probably be match of the night for night 2 of SummerSlam. Everybody's going to be talking about this match. I think that they're just going to let them cook. And I can't wait to see what they're doing. I love that, like, it's not a heel versus a face. I love that, like, they're keeping everything the same. Penta wants to be a champion with honor, integrity, respect. And then when it comes to Chad Gable, I love that they're having this redemption arc with him because he did disrespect lucha wrestling. And now, like, ever since, like, revealing that he was the original El Grande Americano, like, he is really going back and apologizing, owning up to his mistakes, proving that, like, nobody's perfect. And, like, how can you not get behind him with that? I'm expecting a banger match here. I'm very excited for both guys to be able to showcase their abilities, showcase their talent. And I honestly cannot wait to see what they do in this match.
Like Angela was just saying in the chat, like, these guys need to go 20 minutes. Like, you know, if you want to shorten some of the other matches on the show, whatever. I don't give a shit. But let Chad Gable and Penta book this match themselves. Let them go out there 20 minutes and fucking burn the house down.
I was actually going to point out Angelo's other comment and either put Penta in the main event scene or have him team up with his brother, Phoenix.
Yeah, also the reunion of the Lucha Brothers, that'd be also a really cool moment. I know a lot of fans have been wanting that. I still think there's still more time until we get there. I would like to see Penta, like, go against the Seth Rollinses and, like, the CM Punks.
Dude,
like, I want to see him go against the big names. So honestly, like, I think that this is the perfect time for Penta to give it to Gable. He moves on to
earned
bigger
his time.
picture.
It's time to move on.
And Chad Gable is going to cook every week with that Intercontinental belt.
You know, there was talks, especially in AAA, about reuniting the Lucha Brothers. What if this is Penta's time? Like, he loses the Intercontinental Championship, and we get the Lucha Brothers reuniting.
I don't want that yet. Give it a little bit more time. I want Penta to actually go into the main event picture.
Well, I know you would kind of want them to reunite before he goes to the main event scene, because if he does good in the main event scene, you're not going to want to see him just as a tag team wrestler again.
Just
I'm sorry to tell you this, but I love Ray Phoenix. He's a very talented individual. But I'm sorry to tell you this, Penta is better than Ray Phoenix.
Well, I know, but they were supposed to team up in AAA, and then Penta got hurt or whatever, so he couldn't. So maybe they're gonna end up going back to do that. I trust Undertaker booking them properly.
Maybe they will in AAA, but main roster, they're definitely going to be doing single runs.
Quick question: Is it sort of like a lateral move if he goes from the IC title to the United States title?
He would have to be on SmackDown, and like, who on SmackDown would you put on Monday Night Raw and replace him?
You see, I don't want Penta to go after Intercontinental or United States. Let's get him in a program with, like, a Seth Rollins, a CM Punk, a Cody Rhodes. Give me some of those bigger names for Penta to work with.
Most of WWE's booking and creative, though, has to do with, like, especially when you're in the main event scene, like, the reason why they didn't put somebody like Cesaro in the main event scene is because, like, he didn't speak that very good English, and, like, you know, he started over his words. Penta's English is not that good, so I don't necessarily know.
Doesn't matter. The fans are behind him. And that's one thing we learned about Cesaro.
That makes no sense.
Is that they totally fucked that up.
That's irrelevant too. Io Sky did the entire promos in Japanese.
Triple H's era, it doesn't. He doesn't look into.
Yeah, but could he get in there and have a promo segment with somebody like Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns? You know what I mean?
He can, but guess what? You might not understand a lot of the things he's saying, but guess what? The fans love Penta, and they will get behind him no matter what he says, no matter what he does.
I have noticed that Triple H takes a lot of inspiration from what Vince McMahon has booked, you know, and so that's why I said that.
All right, well, for our final answers that we do have locked in, we all have Chad Gable winning his first singles championship in the WWE. New Intercontinental.
He looks like a little
Champion.
kid in this picture.
School
kid.
picture day.
A little kid, Kurt Angle.
And that's the thing too. Penta can't cut a better promo than half the roster, but we
He
don't
could,
know
yeah.
that. 'Cause
Do
they
I get
haven't really
hyped?
given them that chance. All right, moving on to the next match here on the card. We have a number 1 contenders match. Winner will be going after the WWE Undisputed Championship. Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn.
Again, this match has somewhat of a story, but not necessarily between Finn Balor and Sami Zayn. I want Sami Zayn to win just because I don't feel like he's finished with CM Punk. You know what I mean? Because like they seem like friends or whatever. But Sami Zayn just continuously gets screwed. He was in that tag team match at Saturday night's main event when Aldis got involved to screw Gunther, inadvertently screwing Sami Zayn. So like I just feel like Sami Zayn is owed in a weird way. You know what I mean? Because of what Nick Aldis did, unintentionally screwing Sami Zayn, but it still happened. So I gotta go with Sami Zayn. As much as I think Finn Balor deserves it, I'm just like looking at it from a story aspect. I just feel like Sami Zayn deserves it a little bit more.
I respect that. What do you got for us, Dan Eddy? Who do you got?
So I just want to start off like Sami Zayn had his chance. And I firmly believe that if Finn Balor wins this match, they could obviously or honestly have him versus CM Punk like next week. But anyways,
For the culture.
For the culture.
I don't know if you guys have remembered, but Finn Balor's last singles title was back in 2022 as the United States champion. Like his last big main card champion was in 2016.
Yep.
As the Universal champion. So as
he
much
had to
as
relinquish that, I believe.
As I think, yeah, because of the buckle bomb, right? With Seth Rollins.
I believe so.
Yeah. So as much as I believe Sami Zayn is a main eventer and he, earned that pop at Saudi Arabia winning the title, I just think Finn Balor needs to win more because, like I said, he hasn't had a singles title in forever. It could potentially lead to a matchup against CM Punk as champion. They had a feud back. They kind of had a feud, but it was already marketed as it was already going to be CM Punk versus Roman. So we knew CM Punk was going to win that matchup. Like, because why would they take the title off Punk?
Yeah, an elimination chamber.
Yeah. So that was kind of like their, friction. Like they haven't really settled that feud yet. So, and I think Finn just needs a win as, Vanilla Balor, like vanilla, like not as the demon, they had to do the demon at WrestleMania. I have no idea why, but Finn Balor as himself needs the win more. Even if he wins this match against Sami Zayn and then loses to CM Punk. Like, I'm not saying he's going to win a title. Like
it's one of those things that's going to like balance each other out.
But
yeah,
who else hasn't won a title in a long time? It was Kevin Owens. So like the argument could be made for him. It's not about how long somebody has had the title; it's what makes the most sense. And I just feel like from a story aspect, from a match aspect, and a career aspect, Finn Balor 100% deserves it. From a story aspect and the direction that they're going, I think Sami Zayn deserves it because he inadvertently got screwed by Nick Aldis when that wasn't Nick Aldis' intention. So I feel like Nick, in a way, owes him when he does resume as GM.
I mean, that makes sense, yeah. But
I get it from both
I
sides.
see it both sides, yeah. Just Finn Balor just makes more sense to me personally because there could be a lot to do with Finn Balor, even if he doesn't win the title. Like, he gets a title shot. And when's the last time he had a title shot?
And there's a lot of other directions that WWE can go in.
After that match,
CM Punk does turn heel and retains the championship. There you go. CM Punk can cheat his way. He can cheat his way out of Finn. And then you could always have Finn Balor work with a lot of those upper guys. Maybe Sammy costs him because Finn Balor beats him here at SummerSlam and takes away an opportunity from Sammy.
After that match in Ireland earlier this year, I believe Finn Balor or Punk, one of them, got on the mic or whatever at the end of the show and said that anytime you want a rematch, just let me know. So I mean, yeah, you could factor that in.
I want to add on to Syndronicon's comment saying Finn winning could lead to Sammy spiraling more into insanity.
That could happen.
That's been working for booking wise. So if that happens, that even helps WWE more with Sami Zayn too. So
Bingo.
I think Finn Balor winning not only as a contending to go up against CM Punk or Cody Rhodes, because we haven't seen that matchup in a while. Finn Balor winning as himself and not the Demon, not having a singles title since 2022 or 2016 for that matter. I think because he's not getting any younger. How old is he? Is he 40 or something? Yeah.
Oh, Sami Zayn or Finn Balor?
No, Finn Balor.
I think he's like 42, 41.
Yeah, he's like in his early 40s.
He's 45.
Oh, mid 40s. Okay.
Well, I mean, this dude's built like a fucking statue.
He doesn't look a day over 30. You know, it's crazy.
Well, here's my thoughts on this. Like, I think that it is going to be Finn Balor who wins this. I feel like he needs to get a win, a big one. And I feel like it's been a very long time since then. And it seems like on SmackDown, like ever since breaking up the Judgment Day, they're trying to bring back old Finn Balor. They got the old theme. They got everything going for him, and it's working. And I think having him get this win, this is the perfect first feud for a heel CM Punk. That's also how I'm looking at this as well.
You and I were saying, I think maybe Danny Huckins was saying this too, towards the end of last year and the beginning of this year, we were like freaking out hard, saying, like, pounding our fist in the table, when is it going to be Finn Balor's turn? When are we going to see some more Finn Balor this year?
And it's time that we freaking get that. It's now.
It's time. Yeah.
Because guess what? It also does add to Sami Zayn's intensity. And also, who says Sami Zayn can't cost Finn Balor his championship match? That can create a longer storyline between the two. But Finn needs this win. He needs this.
Like I said, this is not for the title. This is for a shot at the title. And like you said, Donnie, Sami Zayn can go into insanity, cost Finn Balor the match. CM Punk keeps the title longer and has more feuds with people that we haven't seen outside of the same 4 or 5 wrestlers. That
because you see here with Sami Zayn's character, that's the thing. Sammy can afford to lose because no matter what, like, he's going to make whatever is given to him work. Finn Balor, on the other hand, we've seen it time after time after time after becoming the first ever Universal Champion due to that injury that happened. We've seen it time after time. They give the man the opportunity and he loses. And then you know what happens? He goes down the card more and more and more. Like during that feud with Seth Rollins when he was the first ever World Heavyweight Champion, dude, Finn Balor should have had that world title.
I just thought of a really long-term booking, and I'm not going to bore you like Danny Huckins usually does, but what if Finn Balor had what if Finn Balor has a title, goes up against Seth Rollins, and that's Seth Rollins' retirement match? Because
Rollins is not retiring anytime soon.
No, I'm not like saying anytime soon, but like that would just make more sense.
He did say this might be his last
table has
contract,
turned because Seth Rollins made Finn Balor relinquish the title. Finn Balor, yeah.
That'd be a cool.
You know what I'm trying to say.
All right, well, for
locked
locked in answers that we do have here, Daddy is going with Sami Zayn. Dan Eddy and myself are going with Finn Balor.
I actually really like a lot of our predictions so far because, like, not all. I don't think very few of them we've all picked the same person, whatever. So I
Donnie are pretty much the same, except for a couple
of them. So I feel like
it's exciting and annoying.
Nervous. That's all I know. But
hey, I'm coming for the title, bro.
Our main event match.
What do we do if it's a 3-way tie? We got to talk about that off air.
Well, the tie with me and Rage, it went to Backlash, and then we basically had the same predictions except for Roman and Jacob. That's kind of how we determined it.
Is there a PLE in September or August? I
No,
don't think so.
next one is Money in the Bank.
Well, that is a big
October?
five.
The next
2 months?
the next
2 months
PLE is
between the
Money in the
PLE.
Bank.
I know at beginning of September there's a Sunday.
Because
night
remember,
game.
it used to be in September, but they pushed it back. It used to be in August.
All right, well, we'll figure that stuff off air. We're 3 hours in. Main event time, baby, for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, will be defending his title against Seth friggin' Rollins.
There's been a long, convoluted story. I love and appreciate the fact that in a lot of the Shield footage that they show, you can clearly see fucking John Moxley in there. They didn't try and edit him out, which I think was really, really cool. Whatever. Sort of leaves the door open, you know what I mean, to a potential return
Forbidden
at some
door.
point in his life. Oh my God, Forbidden Door. WWE, do it. AEW and WWE Forbidden Door. I feel like that's the only
he
way.
said it.
Never
Oh my gosh.
will happen.
I feel like that's the only way Forbidden Door will actually become a thing again.
Oh, I will when it comes to that.
I like this story. I like the promos that we've seen the last couple weeks. The only one that I didn't really care for is the Seth Rollins one when Roman wasn't there and fucking LA Knight had to fucking pretty much save the segment. It all started with the cheer shots to the back, and it's led to 12 years of animosity between these guys. And it's gonna be the whole story about this match is Roman's inability to be able to beat Seth Rollins. And we even saw it this past Monday when Roman was going to be doing the cheer shot to the back or whatever to imitate what happened 12 years ago. Roman slides in. All of a sudden, we get a stomp, man. And Roman gets laid out, stomped on the chair. And I mean, that's pretty much it. 100% Roman is winning this match just because I feel like that's where the story is leading. It wouldn't make sense for Rollins to win unless they're going to be doing another match, in a couple months or whatever. But like, even then, like, Roman needs to beat Rollins. Like, he needs this more than anything because he's never been the one guy, he's demolished Brock. He's demolished, Punk. He's demolished all these guys. He can't demolish the one person that he needs to, and that is Seth Rollins. And it's been 12 years built up, and it's going to culminate to hopefully a fantastic main event on Sunday.
Well, we've been hearing it from Michael Cole time after time as well about Roman not being able to beat Seth. So I can understand your answer. Good reasons. What do you got, Dan Eddy?
So I am picking Roman Reigns right off the bat. Start off with that. And it's sort of like what Danny Huckins has been saying. Like, Roman Reigns, if you guys have noticed his title run this time, he's been doing without any help whatsoever. And just banger match after banger match. The CM Punk one was probably one of his best works in actually like a few years. But it's just he can finally like kind of kill the fly that's been buzzing around his ear, known as Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins has always had Roman Reigns' number. He's never been beaten. He's never beaten Seth Rollins. It's just proof that he can beat Seth by himself. Like, this whole title reign is basically exercising his past demons. Maybe that leads up to Cody Rhodes in the future. Who knows? And this kind of feud, and not kind of feud, but this feud has been kind of leading up to this moment, 12 years in the making too, like Danny Huckins was saying. We literally have the same notes, so he's just listing off what I've had.
I got something different.
We have the potential of Obafemi going up against Roman Reigns, who has the title, maybe at Money in the Bank, because that's there was a release today. Roman Reigns is a schedule that he's scheduled to be at the Money in the Bank PLE. So
all those schedules, like, really,
he's going to keep the title.
It's like getting the cheat sheet for
So there's that. He can potentially hold the title to WrestleMania next year, and that's not saying much. But I want to throw out the usual. I know you guys are sick of this, probably hearing about it. The potential Rock return, just because I've been hearing Seth Rollins throwing out some little nuggets. Like the Fanatic Fest promo.
Can I
you smell
tag
what I'm
myself
cooking?
in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because that's what I was going to get to. I think The Rock, as much as I don't want to see him come back to WWE, I think it might be happening, boys, at SummerSlam.
They could start building up.
Because like you said, Dan Eddy, you pointed it out right there, the Fanatic Fest. That was the one thing that I got from that promo, that interview that he did with Michael Cole was, do you smell like what Seth is cooking? Like he took some shots there at The Rock. And that's the thing too. Remember, WrestleMania 43 is in Saudi, and we all know it's probably going to be Roman Reigns versus The Rock. That's the direction that we're probably going in. So maybe get The Rock to be on Roman's good side for a few months there. And then getting into the road to WrestleMania around the Royal Rumble time, that's where we start to see that turn. Because I don't think we need a championship involved with Rock and Roman. But for now, The Rock goes after Rollins, takes him out or whatever after the match or something like that.
I think, too, it wasn't just Fanatics Fest. I can't remember when, but he's been dropping those sort of, nuggets about The Rock. Easter eggs, yes, thank you. Of The Rock returning. Dwayne Johnson, and there's rumors around that because his movies have been bombing, and maybe he doesn't have any movie films coming up in the near future. He has time, he has availability.
And don't forget, I want to throw this out there too. Rollins is the reason why Roman Reigns lost the title at WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, The Rock ain't gonna like that.
Although I can see them waiting to Monday Night Raw next week, not just at SummerSlam.
I don't know, man, because SummerSlam, everybody's going to be talking.
ESPN's going to want to boost, bruh.
Dude, Rollins versus Rock, maybe for like Survivor Series, wouldn't be a bad idea.
You really expect the Rock to have 2 matches in 1 year?
He did it with the John Cena feud. Remember Survivor Series?
He's probably bored.
Together went against Miz and Truth. You have to get rid of that ring rust. You have to. And The Rock is probably going to get in there 1 or 2 times.
It's The Rock we're talking about here.
Yeah, The Rock we're talking about here, who fucking wrestled at Survivor Series before his match with John Cena at WrestleMania. You have to get that ring rust off.
That was like 14 years ago.
And guess what? Survivor Series is where The Rock debuted as Rocky Maivida, 1996. That's happening. The Rock is going to be wrestling at Survivor Series against somebody. And it's probably going to be Seth because he debuted 1996.
Probably going to be Seth.
30 years in the making.
And Zilla Fatu is going to show up.
Zilla ain't doing shit.
That's where he's from. Danny put it in the chat himself. I knew that beforehand, but still.
I don't know. I think Zilla's he's not going to main roster right away, dude. He's got to learn wrestling television. No, he's not. He's going right to NXT. But
I mean, Solo Sikoa was in NXT before he screwed Drew McIntyre against Roman, which is
how The Rock lately. He's far from working ring shape.
Solo was in NXT.
Oh, The Rock can get himself in working shape. But yeah, I think I'm also going with Roman Reigns on this one, beating Seth. It just makes the most sense. The schedule just came out. And Seth Rollins has beat Roman throughout his entire career. Roman's got to get the one up for once. And I think he gets it.
They're mentioning it so many times.
Rock shows up after the match.
That it's just obvious that things are going to change. If you mention something so many times, then the opposite's going to happen. If you say like, oh, he's never beat Seth. Seth has always won. He's always had Roman Reigns' number. I think it's just that time where they switch the narrative. Like, oh, you said you always had my number. Boom. Now you don't.
That is true. All right. Well, our final answers for our last prediction here for this long episode of the We Are Wrestling Pod. We all have Roman Reigns retaining the World Heavyweight Championship. And I think that it's time that we close off this week's episode of the We Are Wrestling Podcast. Danny looks like he's gone, so we'll see you later. We all know he's going to get last place here. I think it's really going to be between me and Dan Eddy for the championship.
Dude, I'm nervous, bro.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of the We Are Wrestling Podcast. If you did, smash that like button now. Hype the video up. If you're listening to this wherever you get your podcast, leave us a 5-star review, not just any review, a best one review, and download this episode. Give us a follow. But of course, if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac, you're already over on the YouTube channel where you get the best pro wrestling content. Recommend you guys to hit that subscribe button now. Turn on the post notifications. We have 3 Fanatic Fest vlogs up on the channel. I got to meet Roman Reigns, Liv Morgan, Floyd Money Mayweather, Seth Rollins. We got some interactions with LA Knight, Liv Morgan, Alex Johnson finally getting a shout out. So a lot of great content on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel that you can check out. Also, in addition, this weekend for SummerSlam, I will be live here on the We Are Wrestling YouTube channel for night 1 and night 2 on Sunday. So if you guys want to be a part of the live watch along, go check it out. It will be happening throughout the weekend. All the links down below. Danny,
I had to go get my dinner, bruh.
well, you can eat your dinner, bruh. All right. Well, if you're the links are down in the description box below. You're ruining my freaking layout here, you mother. All right. Well, the links are down in the description box below. You can go follow myself over on my social medias. You can go check out my toy page, Best One Donnie, where I do toy hunts, I do toy hauls, I do toy reviews. And of course, I have a basketball channel, DBTV. Haven't really been active the last couple weeks because it's been crazy this month, which luckily we're going into August. Hopefully it's not as crazy as July. But if you want to go check out my stuff, link is down below. And of course, We Are Wrestling. If you want to go follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and Twitter, go do that. Link is down below. Dan Eddy, his Twitter, Instagram, down below. And Danny Huckins, you'll also be live for SummerSlam as well. Your channel is also down below. So go support all of us. And
I'll be live for SmackDown tomorrow, too.
And of course, to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, we are taking over. Peace. Not losing them. Not happening. That's what I'm going to go do right now.